What's up? What's up? What's up? We about to get into it, brother. It's a Friday, another slow day. What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up with you? Young Wealth, what's up with you, player? We're about to get into this, man. Gonna speak on entitlement. Entitlement and the whole perspective, of being a man, embracing your manhood. When you were born, when a baby is born, what happens, right? The baby comes out, and what do? They smack it on the butt or whatever. And what does it do? It starts to cry, right? Its first sounds made into this, whatever this thing is, it sounds a cry out. And that's as a child is born, right? So as it comes out, it cries. And as it matures to adult, now unfortunately, some dudes just don't get the appropriate attention or information they need to transform into adulthood. So they have a lot of problems. But as a man, you're just not afforded the opportunity to cry, right? Now you can cry, but as a man, it's not going to apply to you. It's just a form of entitlement. You're almost suggesting that because, you're entitled to be treated a certain kind of way. And by you being a man, you pretty much lost that opportunity. The conversation about right or wrong is irrelevant because that's the way things are. And the people who rebel against it, they find out the hard way that they're not going to be afforded entitlement. Now you got ways to circumvent the system, ways that you can create opportunities or angles so that you survive the system. You do have that. And you see that in a lot of these people. But the entitlement trap, man, life's not fair, man. And when you think about it, right? When you were born, it wasn't fair. When I was born, it wasn't fair. I was at perfect peace. Before I was born, I was in absolute perfect peace. And then all of a sudden, I woke up to this reality. And nobody asked me, did I want to come here? Nobody said, hey, would you like to join this thing that's going on this planet? They've constructed a civilization. And, would you like to? Nobody said that. You just came into it. So that right there was not fair. And also was an awakening about the way your life would go on right now, born rich, perfect. If that's what you want, born rich, but that's not fair. Everybody's not born rich. Born, we got the Olympics coming up. Some people can participate. Some people cannot. These are realities that we all enjoy and that we have to endure. So when you talk about the aspects of men and like 70%, let's go ahead and go with that. Let's go 70%. I think it's around 50. I think it's around 50. Let's go with about let's raise it up though, huh? For the sake of this conversation. Let's take it up to how about 60? Let's go with 60% of men because of the construct of this capitalistic society for the most part, Western society, are basically almost not 100% because they have created ways for men to interplay and interact in this society, but most of them are pretty much eliminated because that's just what we believe in, right? But this is that is not the conversation. The conversation is how you respond to it and how do you accept it. And that's up to you, right? You see now this passport, bro. Forget that's been around forever. You had Floyd. Floyd pretty much ruined that, but he's going to be brought back up. Believe me, he's going to be brought back up. You got individuals who try to think they can bypass the way the world is made, and you really can't. You really can't bypass it. If anything, you don't prepare yourself for what it truly is and how it's truly meant to be. You can't walk around looking for fairness. Now, when you say from a legal standpoint, obviously, you want to try to do that. We just had the Carmelo Anthony trial. Many people believe that wasn't fair. But you know what? He's got to do that time while he waits on his appeal. He has to go inside that prison and live and function. And yeah, okay, he's protected. If you look up protection, that's special treatment. So he's receiving a certain form of special treatment that's not afforded to other criminals. But eventually, I don't know what they're going to do with him. Maybe don't let him go. Maybe they'll say, hey, he's not guilty. He's free to leave. But until then, he has to deal with that society. And that's really an analogy for man, period. You got to deal with the world that you're in, man. Um, I sit back and listen to these podcasters, and a lot of the stuff they say is fucking entitlement. It's like they think somebody promised them something. What do you mean? Nobody promised you anything. You can have the family that you create. You can have the things or whatever that you can acquire, but nobody's going to give you anything. Nobody's entitled to this happiness that they try to portray. And as a guy who's lived overseas, it ain't like that anyhow. It's not even like that. And them guys get divorced, they go through ups and downs. And it's like if you attack or you talk about the truth some kind of way, you're attacking that. Well, who cares, man? Who cares? Who cares? That and the thing about me as a man, I walked away from that. And I'm saying that's why I'm so happy that I experienced it before I got on a YouTube, because I walked away from it. I knew it wasn't for me. That shit ain't for me, man. Living overseas, being a foreigner, walking around a foreign country, you know, just dealing with, and then you're not even got no money. You don't even have no money. So what do you think you're dealing with? The trash of that country. I don't want to do that, man. That's not my way of living. I want to live in a foreign country, in the slums of a foreign country. Well, they don't want us to. I don't give a damn what they want to do. At the end of the day, it's an entitlement trap. And you see these YouTube channels, they push that on a lot of these dudes. They know these dudes are young and susceptible. And a lot of these Negroes are failures. Look at these Negroes. Just look at them. And they want young men to be tricks, young men to go and start their life in a foreign country. And let me tell you this, because we talk about the hood and stuff and black and ghetto and stuff. Those women don't want men like that. None of those women want men who can't make it in the hood. If you can't make it in the hood, they don't want you. I'm not saying you should go out here and get deleted trying to keep up with the people in the hood. I understand the hood. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying they want a man who can take care of them. They want survival skills, men who possess survival skills. They don't want men who don't have any survival skills, men who are entitled, men who are like children. Men think the world owes them something. Men who don't want to be men. Men who don't want to man up. Gimme Negro. The give me this, I'm special. The rules, all of this stuff. And this YouTube and all this social media has created this legion of entitled men. Entitled. You just look at it and say, well, what's the point? You're a man, entitlement really doesn't apply to you. You're not going to be treated that way. You're a man, but they don't care. They want to crawl into this fake imaginary world where some kind of way they're the alpha males. They're the standard, but no, they're not. And they're not in the real world, the fake world, or any world, are they alpha males? They're not. And crawling and climbing behind a passport is not going to render you an alpha male. You'll still be the beta male. You'll just be, and I'm going to tell you, see, this is the good thing about America. Of course, Let me tell you something though. Forget all of that. Anywhere Americans go, anywhere they go, they're going to create a microcosm of the United States. Anywhere they go. So when a person runs from Detroit and they go to the Philippines and there's an area where there's a lot of Americans, it's going to be a microcosm of that of this society. So all you get all of the social ills that go with it too. You get all of that. When I first went overseas, I didn't think that they had crime like that. I didn't think that those guys fought each other. I didn't think they gang bang. I didn't think that. I thought, okay, man, this is a foreign country. This is a foreign country. I'm a foreigner. Let me live. Man, they bang over there. They all get together and they recreate the same Western reality that they have in America. Hypergamy. You take the women out of it. The men create it. The men are hypergamous. The men go over there spending money. You may not spend a nickel, but the men are going to spend a lot of money. The men are going to they're going to proposition those women. So the environment is created. It's it's configured by them. What's up, man? It's Friday, man. I know we about to get into it, man. 4th of July, the summertime. We about to do it, man. But nah, as a man, you can't fall into the entitlement trap, man. Life's not fair, and that's just the way it is, and what you make out of it. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, because of social media, there are men, and they make a lot of money off of these guys. They make a lot of money selling these guys lies and dreams. They sell these guys that some kind of way they're entitled to things that they haven't went out and earned. You should you just you deserve. What do you deserve as a man? You tell me what a man deserves as a man. And I'm not talking about some legal position. That's legal. That's man-made anyhow. When you start talking about laws and stuff, that's man-made stuff, and that's the construct that they created. So within that, do you deserve fairness in that? I would say so in that. But as a man, nah, life's not going to be fair to you. It's never. Especially if you grew up without a father, grew up without a male. That wasn't fair. So why do you make this assumption that because you come on a YouTube channel and you meet these absolute morons who are trying to make money off of you, that that's going to render fairness? That's not going to be fair. That's not going to be fair. Books and stuff. Here's a book. What is a book going to do? Can't write a book about living, bruh. Ain't no book about living. You live your life and then you die. There ain't no book to be written about living. But it's a book to be written about living if they can hustle you out your money. They can beat you out your bread. If they can come up and then be a hypocrite and they tricking and dating trash women and baby mamas, but they're telling you not to do it. That's a hustle, man. That's a hustle. And that's the thing. And that's why I think I run into I think that's where disagreement with me because I'm from the hood. And that last I ain't gonna let you hustle me, man. You ain't gonna I can't let you hustle me, bro. I'm from the streets. I'm from the hood. I know what they do. I can't let you hustle me. I'm a problem, brother. I'm a problem in the hood. That's what I'm saying. I'm not no, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of these niggas never left their house. They stayed in the house all the time. Half of them, 90% of them are incels, right? Nah, bro. I'm from the streets, but not only was I'm from the streets, I was a problem in the streets. I was a problem out there on some real shit. Niggas know that. Niggas know the truth. Pull on up, man. Let's get into this, man. When you was born, it wasn't fair, man. When the doctor slapped you on your butt and you started to cry, you could do it because you was first born and it was acceptable. But this was you entering this reality. But as a grown man and you crying because you can't keep up, you can't compete, you whining and attacking other men because you can't compete. What's wrong with being a player? What's wrong with dealing with dating from a position of strength. What's wrong with that? Why do you have to be a sucker? Why do you have to be anybody's sucker? Why you have to get played? And this is the world we live in, bro. The age of the simp, where you get to complain and cry. Men don't get a chance to cry, brother. Not men. Here we go. Hold up. And the coaching, you get coached by failures, men with failed fucking marriages, bitch niggas who got to run overseas and try to pretend that some kind of way that's an option. It's really not an option. That's not an option for a man. That's not an option for a man. Man, that's cool if that's what you want to do. I lived over there. I was working over there, but I lived over there. I was over there a long time too. That's why I'm not no 1 or 2 weeks, a month. I didn't have an epiphany after being overseas for a month, and I returned with a new understanding of foreign world, and get the fuck. That's bull. It was bullshit when I was there, but I was a real one, bro. Believe me, brother, I was a real one. I was over there, and I ain't miss a fucking stroke, nigga. I stayed in the streets, bro. They put me on game. They said, get the hell away from the base. I got as far away from that base as I could get. And I did my motherfucker. I did what I needed to do. I did what I needed to do. They know my name. All they saw was a black man. That's all they knew was a black man in the community. It was a black man downtown. It was a black man on the train. It was a black man at the station. That's all it was. They didn't know my name. Older cat put me on game. He said, man, whatever you do, get the fuck away from this base. He said, get the fuck away from these Americans. He said, you want to get in trouble? Keep hanging around them. He said, don't do shit around them. He said, don't do nothing. He told me, and I learned. I'm so glad he told me that, man. That's probably why I was able to stay over there so long. And all of this whining, what's there to whine about? You either get it or you can't. And then you come on a YouTube and you got grown ass men making excuses and telling grown men, they telling men that they need to be simps and they need to complain about women. And if the woman, she should choose you. And why shouldn't she choose me and you and alpha? I mean, the Pookies get all the women and it's so wrong. Well, man, maybe Pookie deserves the women. Maybe Pookie knows how to deal with the world in a better way than you do. Maybe Pookie's not a loser. Maybe Pookie's not a crybaby and a failure and's got to create this fantasy world or this image of that he's desired. Women don't want. Where I've been over there. You know who was running the game over there? I was overseas. Pookies. Now, you could say it was pretty hard to be a Pookie. Not what we know. Not what we know as that in America, but over there, yeah, it was a lot of dysfunctional man, and that's what I mean. I got shot. A lot of dysfunctional dudes over there, bro. American dudes, white, black, whatever. It's a lot of dysfunctional dudes. They bought that over there. They reconstructed the same society that I had left. I was in San Diego. Pretty mixed society was over there. Saw was out, Balboa Park and all. I was out there. Saw what went on. There were, as men, there were men who whatever you wanted to do, the men achieved their goals there. Some men couldn't achieve their goals. There was one individual, I remember this. They threw a party for him on the beach, and the guy was the nicest guy. It was a man. He did his job, man. He didn't bother anybody, and he had got him a car. He had a really nice car, considering the amount of money he made and considering, his age. He had a nice car. So what would he do when he was off? Man, when this guy was off, he would drive. And then we would come back, to work, and we would say, so what did you do this weekend? He said, well, I drove, man. We knew he had just got him a car. He said, I drove, man. He said, I got up Saturday and I drove. He would travel, way out. No, no, no. His traveling wasn't really traveling. He was driving. He would do stuff like drive from San Diego to LA, get gas, come back to San Diego. He wasn't driving to travel. He was just driving to drive. So he really loved his car. Um, he was from a small town in America. First time he had been in a big city. Now, let me tell you what happened. Uh, he revealed to us that he struggled. He was an incel. This is before there was a term. He was an incel. I wouldn't even consider him that. I don't even know if his incel. Nah, he wasn't even that. He wasn't even. Women just wasn't. I mean, they were just too much for him. Period. Nah, just nice guy, nicest guy in the world. But when it came with the whole aspect of dealing with women, I'm not even talking about going to a club. I'm talking about just dealing with them, like even on a job situation. Not, no, 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 not in a detrimental way, but in a, I don't know how to handle them. Right? He grew up in a small town, mother, father. I don't know. I think he had another brother, but he came in the military, uh, did everything he was supposed to do, and his idea of a weekend in California was driving. So over time, he opened up. He revealed he was a virgin, and he revealed, that he didn't know what it was, but he could not handle himself. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying it in a negative way. What I mean is it was too much pressure. In other words, when they would come around, it caused him to feel a certain kind of way, which made him want to leave that like that. So anyhow, now this was I hate to have to go down this rabbit hole. It was a white dude, and he hung out mostly with the white people, and so they knew quite a bit about him. But he was a very friendly dude. Now, I'm gonna tell you how I got to know him, and a couple other dudes. This dude, this dude had access to a very nice car, and he was always available. What I'm saying is, if you needed to do something, if you say, "Hey, damn, I got to go to uh, this part of town. I got to go. I need to go uh, here." You knock on his door. If he had to work tonight or something, and say, "Hey, man, hey, can you run me across that man?" And be like, "Okay, hold up, man." Man, that man to come out. All you had to do is just listen to him brag on his car. You talk about, okay, it can do this and do that. You're just listening to, okay, he'd take you there, wait. Now obviously it wasn't a dental appointment or hour appointment. He'd wait and then he'd take you back. Didn't want anything. He just loved driving. And over that, people got to know him. Now he was a very generous dude to do something like that, but something was going on inside of him. I don't know what it was. I couldn't, like I said, it wasn't such thing as an incel. And I don't even think he was that. I think he would have to work to become an incel. But over time, his struggle. What's up with you? Shout out, man. Come on up, man. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna tell you what they did too. No, I'm gonna tell you this is absolute truth. Guy never got into trouble. He nightclubs won his thing. Overseas. He never got a chance to go overseas. He never got a chance. He was stationed in America. And his um you have a section, right? And then you have a command, you have a division officer. Now you got to go talk to them. I had no problem with this dude. This dude never got in trouble. He did not harass anybody. He just could not handle himself. In other words, if a woman was around, he needed to leave. Now he would do it if he had to, but it would be strained. Now, great guy. Um, they had a party for a birthday party for him one time. It was outside, and they had posted up, "If you have time, you're not off. Um, Randy's having a birthday party." So I went around there. There was a bunch of people around there, and guy's a good guy. We were just having drinks and just having fun, socialize. And a guy shows up with a dancer, and yeah, went to the clubs, bars, whatever, negotiated, and he brought her on the base, and she was his birthday gift. And I mean, just she was gonna give him some dances, and she was gonna leave. This man, when they bought her out, he froze up, and we was laughing. We thought it was funny. He froze up, and then she proceeded to give him what she does all the time, you know. And as she got closer, and then she got right in front of him and was wiggling, and she was in a G string and heels, uh, and boom, the guy. You know, I don't even know if I can say what he did on a YouTube. You know, I'm tired of dealing with YouTube, so I can't say what he did. Anyhow, he did something that's not associated with a man who's used to the female experience. He 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 created. How about? I'm trying to see how I can say it. He 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 slawed himself. How about that? In front of everybody out there, everybody, about 85 people right there in front of us. He produced something on his thigh. So anyhow, that's when people started to say, I think something's wrong with this guy. The girl, she saw it and she didn't like it, and we didn't expect it. I know I had nothing to do with it. I just was attended the party. They put it together. He was in that circle, you know, that's who we hung out with. I'm sure they didn't expect it. We didn't know it was that bad. He just he couldn't, the whole female existence, he couldn't handle. So when she got in front of him, which he had never had a dance, he certainly didn't go to no strip clubs, and she was naked and she was grinding, and everybody was cheering. He lost control and created, you know, a an embarrassment in his pants, and everybody saw it. And so they stopped the dance and everything, and he was ashamed. And then they had to go over there and reassure him, "Oh man, it's okay, man." And they gave him some paper towels and stuff, and everybody patted him on the back, and but then the rumor got out, and it got back to his division officer, and next thing you know, man, it was about a year. That was about 8 months later. They was discharging him, man. They discharged that man for that. They discharged him for the inability, I guess, to be one of the guys. I guess. I mean, I didn't look at his paperwork, but he was asked to leave. He was discharged from the military. He didn't do his full term. And the sad thing about it is he went back to this small town with just the salt of the earth parents. I mean, just good, solid mother, father who tried their best to raise their son. He just wasn't a real macho dude. Wasn't nothing street about him. And they returned him back to them, man. And I don't know what he's doing. Didn't know him like that, but I mean, he was the type of guy, man. If you needed to go to the hospital and the hospital was across town, he'd drive you over there. If it was something that was going to be a checkup, I mean, this guy would just wait, man. Look, let me tell you something. And let me tell you something. I'm glad I met this guy because I didn't enjoy that in my world. I never enjoyed that type of treatment. But man, I said, hey man, I need to run over here. I got a doctor's appointment. Can you do it? Yeah, man. Give him about 15 minutes. He come out. He take you over there. Go sit in the parking lot. You come out. Offer him money or something. You know, he might take a little gas money, but I'm talking about a little. You try to give him a 20, he'd be like, nah, man, just give me five. Five. I don't need any more than five. So what you gonna do today? Well, I'm gonna get an oil change and I think I'm gonna drive to Los Angeles. Oh, okay, man. So what you gonna check it out when you get there? No, I'm just gonna drive around. and I'm gonna come back. I said, so you don't really even get off the highway, right? Well, I get off to make my turn, but no, I don't, ride around and said, I don't know anybody out there, and man, and they discharged that guy for uh that, for whatever that's called. And he just couldn't keep up, man. This is a competitive world, man. It's a competitive world, man. It won't let you just sit there and refuse to, in some type of arrested development. It just won't. And it didn't with him. And I mean, this was a real thing. This man, and you could see it, and I saw it in that man, man. Man, no, no, and it wasn't just him. I literally saw it in that man's eyes, man. The military was everything to him. And when he lost that, he had nothing. And he did nothing wrong. He violated no rule. The aspect of him and women in the military having to work with him. Well, the problem was this. He would work with them. They caused him, he just was not used to them. He came from a small town. Where he was from, he dealt with 99% his mother, father, and brother. They had like a little ranch. It wasn't no money making. It was a small ranch. He lived out there on the ranch. There was nobody there to show him at 13, 14 as he developed into a man. Nobody was there to coach him into how to deal with it. So he came into San Diego young and innocent. And when he got to his duty station, it was expectation. It was an expectation that he could make the adjustments. And he hid it and he tried not to. And like I said, I wouldn't even consider him an incel. Was this dude a bad guy? Nah, man, I had no problem. That dude, he helped me so much, man. He helped me a lot. As far as him wanting to learn about the street, like he didn't want to. That was just something he wasn't interested in. He would, as he got to know you, he would reveal to you the stuff. He was a virgin and he had, he didn't know how to handle himself around women. He didn't know what a date was like. He didn't know what to do, how to talk. He didn't know. And when it came out that after that party, it got back to his division officer. They recommended him out. They got him out of there. They put the paperwork in and discharged him. And during that period of time, he found out he's going to be discharged. He sulked around. You'd see him in the lounge. His head was down. He lost the fire, man. And they threw him a party, man. And you could say they threw him a party. They were the reason he was getting a discharge. They threw him a goodbye party. He got out, and I don't know what became of him, man. And you say, what becomes of men like that? Well, it's competitive society, man. And I don't know him like that. And I wasn't in no position. I think he may have been a year older than me at the time. So I certainly wasn't in no position to try to mentor him away. Plus, he wasn't into what I was into. He just wasn't, he couldn't rock like me. So, and I think that's when as you becoming a man, you start looking at a group of men and you start to see some men are more masculine than others. And then you have a group of men who are very, very weak, very weak. And in my, I hate to go this far with it, they're like women. They're not men. They want somebody to give them something. They're full of entitlement. They're full of gimme. They're full of I want paradise and I don't want to get married because I'm gonna get a divorce and I don't want her to take my stuff. That's entitlement. That's entitlement. Nobody promised you anything. I mean, that's called life. Now, you don't want to get a divorce, don't get married. I don't advocate marriage, but the not understanding that as a man you're going to be held accountable and judged that's a lie. That's just going to happen. And it's going to happen over there too. Oh, it's gonna happen over there. You're gonna be held accountable and you're gonna be judged. You're gonna be judged, man. You're going to be judged. And there is no place to go. That's not gonna happen. And that's one thing I remember about him. I learned about that. I learned cruelty. I learned cruelty. No, I'm serious. I grew up in a mostly black community. Uh, my interplay, other than school or work, I rarely saw a person of a different race. And when I got in the military, they were all over the place. Filipinos, whites, Latinos, blacks. It was multicultural. And this guy was a white dude, nicest guy in the world. I witnessed cruelty with what they did to him. That was cruelty. They discharged that man for nothing. Nothing. He did nothing wrong. He just was not one of them. He was not one of the boys. He couldn't drink. He didn't drink. He didn't have a appetite for drugs. He didn't have an appetite for the nightlife. He wasn't going to hang out and hook up with the American females who, he wasn't trying to, hey, I'm finna go over here by this the building where the women, I'm gonna hang out here. Hey, I'm finna go upstairs. That wasn't him. And I found out that people punish you for that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Nerd and stuff. Call him a nerd. I guess now when you say nerd, I would call him a nerd. That probably was a nerd. Yeah, he wasn't an incel. And because of his, and the sad thing about it is, we talk about overseas. Would that have worked? I don't think that would have worked for him. I think it was like a mental thing too. I think they sent him to a mental evaluation, and they had their thumb on the scale because I think they wanted him. They wanted to discharge him anyhow, but they did their paperwork. They did the appropriate paperwork from a legal standpoint, and I think that it was the frustration of how he was living, and they just didn't agree with it. What's up with you, bro? And I witnessed cruelty though. Now I witnessed this very young, and the wild thing about it, these were white people. These were not black people. This was white people doing this to white people. And I was like, now as far as whether he could continue, I mean, I agree. I mean, that would be up for debate. I wasn't consulted. And also I was young, so I don't. Maybe I didn't understand the complexity. So maybe from their position, he left them no choice. But being weak as a man has consequences, and the consequences for him was a discharge, and it's not fair. So life is not fair. It wasn't fair for him. It's not going to be fair for you. And there is no place. I know this YouTube makes some content, get you a channel, get you some money. A lot of these men tell them, hey, if you go overseas, you can be like me and you'll find paradise overseas, you know. But look at the guys who's talking, man. They're not like men. They're certainly not manly men. They're lame dudes. They're losers. They have to go over there. And then they have to funnel things over there. So, and as a guy who actually lived over there, like I said, I lived over there. There ain't nothing you can say I didn't do. I left it all on the table over there. I have no regrets. No regrets. I remember cabs. I used to take a cab. It'd be like $63. I used to tell that cab driver, okay, I'm right. I live right here. I just point to a complex. Okay, pull over, pull over. I point to a complex. It'd be a bunch of buildings. I say, okay, that much, I got to go get the money. I live right here. And he'd be sitting in there, and I look at him. He's sitting there. He said, okay. He would say in his foreign, I'm not going to get into that. But anyhow, he would say, okay. He'd have his cab on. And, I would get out and I would walk I walked and I was gone, man. And yeah, I was gone. I don't know what he did, but I never came back, you know, because I'm someone who I can adjust to the world, right? And I wanted to use that money for drinks, man. I could have gave it to him, and I was young and dumb, and I shouldn't have done it, but I could have gave him that money. I kept that money, man. I bought drinks with that money. I went to the club and bought drinks and enjoyed myself. And they had like a shuttle. Next day, I just took the shuttle back, which was free. And things happen, you know. So, and it's a learning experience. But no, I come on this YouTube and these guys, they're entitled. They're like babies and they whine about, cry about women and she did this. Women lie all the time. And then when you say send you to jail, well, come on, man. Who's for that? Who's for that type of escalation where someone lies on you and you lose your job or you get incarcerated? No, that's wrong, man. That person should be punished for that. But within a relationship, misleading you, how about this one? Sleep with you and you don't hear nothing for 2 days, and the next day at a party, she's sleeping with another guy and she's wrapped up and no conversations were had with you. How do you handle it? You see what I'm saying? That's not fair. But as a man, you have to get used to that or you have to accept it. Now, a lot of men are players, they so bona fide in the game, ain't nobody ever disappointed them. They don't even know what disappointment is. They so soaked in the game, but for me, I'm not that soaked. Okay. I'm not that soaked. And I ran into that before, and it just happens, man. But you get over it. You make the adjustments. And no, sort of to the whole passport thing, right? The whole go overseas, you know, you had the Floyd, I don't even know his whole name. You had Floyd, he went over there and got arrested. He was on dating apps, and he was pushed as some type of symbol of what men should be. I thought it was stupid the first time I seen it. And then you found out this is just a ploy to piss off black women. I said, so they're using him to leverage against black women. 'Cause that's really what they want. They really want black women. They just want to be able to manipulate them and they can't. So they try to use these clowns as a way to try to make them feel regret. And I said, well, that may work for them. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't work. But entitlement, man, as a man, you shouldn't feel entitlement and you shouldn't even let people try to put that in your head. Nobody owes you anything. You can have the life you make. And as a man, that's just the way it is. The women and the children are protected, not the men. The men, is it right or wrong? Men have created, and you have all of this. Men have built the world and men have created, but that has nothing to do with entitlement. Men have always been the builders. Chud the Chud the builder. Men have always been the builders and creators. But what does it have to do with entitlement? One thing men are not is entitled. They shouldn't be. That's why, and that's why, Pookie, and I don't particularly care for Pookie. I don't care for his uncivilized ways. I don't. His lie. He does. You were talking about women lying. You don't have to. Pookie, have you talked to a Pookie? Pookies are pathological liars. I mean, their entire world. And you know what? That's what. And somebody needs to study that. A Pookie, the lies that they can craft, bruh, they can lie. No, but anyhow, but where I will commend him, he survives. He's a survivalist. He survives. He refuses to. He just refuses to lose. and he has the right philosophy. He simply has the right philosophy for modern society. And I think men, and a lot of these men who lie and say that they're nerds and stuff, they're nothing but pookies. And they've reformed it. They're nothing but pookies. They just can't handle their women. They're pookies with women problems. Their women have cheated on them and they're whining about it. They want to be able to cheat just like Myron would put out. They want to be able to cheat, but she can't. That's entitlement. I also think that's weak. I don't even think that's player. What kind of nigga, what kind of man wants a woman to be complicit on his cheating? Okay, I can smash other chicks and you accept it. That means that woman cares nothing about you. That woman don't even want you. And that's the game. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes are not civilized. A lot of these dudes are losers. A lot of these dudes are strip club niggas. They're not even real Macs or nothing. They don't know anything about Macking. They're just, they're just failed niggas. Failed niggas with an entitlement, with a thirst for entitlement. And I think about the guy. I saw a guy climbing Mount Everest. It was in the snow. He had his boots, he had his spike shoes, and it was in a blizzard. And I thought immediately I thought about a lot of the passport niggas. I said, man, them niggas are climb Mount Everest to get some pussy. And I said, when all I gotta do is go right down the street or pick up the phone. I said, that shit is weak, man. But who am I, huh? I don't know anything. I don't know anything, man. I'm just on here talking, man. It's Friday, brother. It's Friday, and life is unfair, man. And if you don't believe that, when you was born, it was unfair. For me, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was unfair. I wasn't born rich. What kind of shit is that? No, I'm being for real, man. Wait a minute. I came into this earth, this planet. First of all, before this planet, man, I had no damn problems. I didn't had no problem. My foot didn't hurt. My back didn't hurt. I didn't have to go deal with gas prices. I didn't have to deal with nothing. And all of a sudden, I woke up into this reality, and then I wasn't even rich. I was not born. That shit ain't fair, man. That's not fair. But I also learned that life wasn't fair. So stop expecting it to be fair. And I made adjustments. And like I say, I'm 31, but I'm 31, bro. And and I seen these niggas, you know, I've seen these niggas, right? And they can't keep up. And I laugh at them. And I be like, man, you better pray to God you could be like me, man. You better get on your fucking knees and pray to whatever you pray to be like me, man. Now, because you sit back and you look at these niggas and they died. These niggas dead. And I done surpassed these niggas, bro. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, well, you guys got to get older. When I'm saying you get old, you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, you read the obits of these niggas. He's like, look at this nigga's obituary. Look at this bitch nigga. Look at this bitch ass nigga's obituary. And this nigga thought he could compete with me. This nigga thought he was on my level. And that's why your ass in the dirt, nigga. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I mean. Like niggas play with fire. They think that they playing with something they can do. You can't deal with me, brother. I told you that. I've been telling you that from day one. I am not the one. I am not the one. I was at the club last night. And all of the skinny jeans and stuff. It's just sad too, man. In a lot of ways, what's out there, man? If that's what you're looking for, as far as relationships, if that's what you're looking for, not, it's a lot of work got to be done. But yeah, you look at a lot of the guys, man, this society, do they produce men? I'd say no, man. This society, well, our society don't really produce men. They produce, I don't know what that is. I'm serious. I don't know. I have no idea what these males or guys in America today, when you go into like to Friday night in America, when you go into a social setting, are those men? Now we know on these YouTubes and stuff, you deep dive, you get into masculinity and manhood, but are those men? Can they handle the rigors of life? Can they lead? Can they rear children? Can they produce quality kids? Or are they just full of entitlement and whine and I can't compete, so I gotta go overseas and buy pussy and beg and look stupid and pretend to be something. I'm gonna be a I'm gonna go to a foreign land and be a pookie in the for I can't be a pookie. I can't be a pookie in Memphis. I can't be a pookie in Detroit. I can't be a pookie in Atlanta because I get my ass handed to me. I can't compete. I want to be a bad guy. I want to be a thug. I want to be a troublemaker, but I can't compete with the black men in these cities. So I'm gonna go to a foreign land and now I can be a pookie. And that's what you get from a lot. Because it'd be like these niggas ain't looking to be good guys. They want to go somewhere where they could be a bad guy and get away with it. But I'm telling you, from being over there, they got that over there. My friend, while I was overseas, he got married. The guy who was sleeping with the woman he married before he came over there, he wouldn't leave her alone. And she pointed him out one day, and he mentioned it to me. He had seen the guy. She pointed him out. They was out eating. He had came in, and he deliberately stood off where she could see him, but it was behind him. And they while they were talking, she noticed him, and they're talking, and she basically told him to take a look, and he looked around and saw the guy, and he didn't say anything. And then, you know, after about 5 minutes, he stood there, then he left. And then he was like saying, "Man, I don't know what's going on, but there's this guy who's been hanging around." He said, "When I go to work, you know, this guy would be at the top of the street." And he was like, "What's going on with it?" Because he lived off base. He was like, she like that's her ex, and then uh about a week later, man, or 2 weeks later, someone took his life, man. And it's sad too, man. So they do it over there too. And that was another reason I learned to leave Americans alone. You can't. They're not gonna let you have nothing over there, man. They're not gonna let you have nothing in Detroit. They're not gonna let you have nothing in Thailand. I don't care what you say. They ain't gonna let you have nothing. You got to get away from it. And that was my thing. If I move to a foreign country, I want to be in a foreign country. I don't want to look outside and my neighbor is an American. I don't want to sleep with my neighbor's wife. I want to be in a foreign country and enjoy the benefits of a foreign country around foreign people. And I did that. And I did it. And do I desire to do it again? No. It's just boring, man. It's just like it ain't no draw to it. And that's why I think I am sort of biased about my criticism of it. When you say passport bros, my criticism, I'm biased. I was in a first world country. So there's a certain amount of arrogance to that. Yeah, I can't even imagine going to a shit box, in South America or in Asia. I couldn't imagine that. There's no way. Absolutely not. I was in a first world country, bro. I was just in a foreign country. But yeah, it just lost it lost its appeal, man. Just but it's I can understand if you've never been, but nah, this is one of them talk to me in 5 years type questions, man. Holler at me in 5 years. Cause then you'll know. But if you ain't never been, I can understand that. But It ain't nothing, man. It ain't nothing but it's the same thing here, man. I could go to St. Louis. I don't know anybody in St. Louis. It's not a foreign country, but I don't know anybody there. It would be the same thing. Just a bunch of people you don't know. You're sitting at the airport. When you go to the airport, it's the same thing. A bunch of people walking around. They got flights and stuff, and you don't know these people. You don't know them. And then again, I am a dude. I'm pretty successful in America, so I can get that part. I don't know how you put that together. I don't know how you configure that. What is success? I mean, because within success is failure. So within success is failure. He said, what kind of mixed American says, what kind of shit is that? What you mean by that, brother? I have no idea what you mean by that, brother. I'm saying within six, what is success? Okay, what's success in America? With women, right? Is it a marriage? Is it two kids? Wait a minute, wait a minute. No, no, I'm serious. Define success in America. Define success, though. What I'm saying is, wouldn't it be, it would be subjective. So my success would be different than your success, right? So when I say success, you got to understand, I'm a different type of dude. Success to me, success to me is going out to a nightclub, talking to 40 women and getting two numbers out of the 40. That's success to me. Some people might say that's unsuccessful. You see what I'm saying? It's how you look at it. Some people, that's very unsuccessful right there, man. I want to, if I meet 10 women, I want to get 10 solid phone numbers. And, and it's just, so it's how you look at the world. I just looked at it from that. I go by my success. I've had friends, they never went up that high. I've had, bro, let me tell you something. I've hung out with dudes in California. I hung out with a guy in California. He was in the base. He was in the military. We went to LA. Man, that dude struck gold. Time we hit LA. Time we went Los Angeles. We went to whatever club at the time was very popular. That nigga struck gold. Bam! Out the gate. He was supposed to be hanging out with me, watching each other's back. Man, that man went in that club 5 minutes. Yo, bro. I said, what? I'm finna go with her. I said, bro, we just walked in. He said, I know, man. He said, hey, man, no, man. She's like, she's finna leave. She want me to come back with her. I'm gonna get back. And she was fine. Struck gold. So now I didn't strike gold. So was he successful? Was I unsuccessful? You see what I'm saying? So it goes by that. Also, we're men. That's what I mean. So it's entitled. I'm not entitled to anything. So I wasn't bothered by that. But we do live under that entitlement, man. Jay say he was in LA. I ain't been in LA in a minute, man. Ain't nothing wrong. Not my thing. Well, they got beautiful women. How about that? Man, not my thing, though. I think a lot of it comes into how you grew up, your attraction. I notice a lot of brothers when they grow up in the suburbs, when a lot of brothers attend majority white high schools and they grow up in the suburbs, their preferences for women, their preferences tend to be white women. Because as they matured into adulthood, that's just simply what they were around a lot. And that has become considered the standard within their minds of what they feel is what it should be. Growing up in the hood, you gotta understand, I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the hood, so obviously, you know what, it's already automatic, you know what I like. So yeah, and that's another thing that's one thing I went on some missions, bro. You know what? When you look at the Discovery Channel, when you look at the Discovery Channel and you see these people looking for things and they're searching for things. I was on a search mission. I was on a search, bro. And I was successful to some degree, but it certainly wasn't without effort. I remember it had snowed one time, man. We was in the snow. Man, I don't even know. Let me tell you something. I used to go, I don't even know where I was. I couldn't speak the language, and I certainly couldn't read it. And I would deliberately do this. I would just go. I would go as far as I can into that foreign country, and then I would get out. And if I could, I'd take a cab and I would just tell them keep going. And then when I got to what I considered like you see a gas station, you see a mall, or you see not a business district, but you see something where or that you could find something to drink, a bathroom, food, uh, and the ability to socialize. I said, let me out, and that's where I worked. I worked my game out there, and like I said, I was successful. I was successful, and I felt that was the right way to do it. I was successful with that shit. All that stuff, hang around the base, hang around where hey, all the Americans hang out in this district. That's how you get locked up. I'm telling you, man. And I ain't even got to go and do it again. I'm telling you right now, if you do that, you're gonna get locked up. The same stuff that you got to the same stuff that you deal with in America, you're gonna have to deal with over there because that's what they do. They recreate the same BS in America over there. And I'm not even talking about Western women. I'm talking about American men all in one area drawing foreign women, and they've recreated the ghetto, Detroit, Atlanta there. And that's what I'm saying. That's just not something I could do that here. Now, if I go over there, I want to be in a foreign country, and I was in a foreign country. What's that? I'm trying to think of the one we went to. Guam. If you really want to be a king, if you want to be a king amongst boys, go somewhere like Guam. Now you know Nick Cannon, his first baby mama, she's Guamanian. She's a Guamanian, Miss Guamania, Miss Guam. I don't know, Miss Guam. Now I was in Guam. Guam. You know, I'm cool. I could if I had to. Not, would I go there now? If I could be there, like if they say you can be in Guam tomorrow, yeah, I go. Yeah, I go. And when you talk about foreign countries, Guam was all right with me. I was all right with me. Very, very beautiful women, very, very affordable. Lots of fresh air. Not too you know what I mean, like to a certain degree, about 20 years behind the times, which is, for me, I wanted it like that. I wanted it about 20 years behind the time. So for me, when you say foreign, Guam is foreign to me. um And then, you got to travel. That's the thing. When you travel, you got to travel when you get to where you are. And your best tour guide is a resident. That's your best tour guide. Now, these dudes, what Floyd and his friend Austin, they were hiring tour guides and flirting with and she got to be female. I said, man, bro, that is some corny. If you doing that, man, if you going to a foreign country and you on some ultra macho, we only got to have a female. My Uber driver must be female. My tour guide must be. That's some weak ass shit, bro. That don't even make that makes no sense. Who cares? Something like that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Your tour guide should be the women you dealing with, even if you ain't sleeping with them. They're useful for that. You got one that's playing around. Hell, let her help you figure this country out. Okay, look, I want to go somewhere where very few Americans go. She'll know. Oh, well, then you want to go here. So it's pretty much like the same place as this, but very, very few Americans. That's where you want to go. And how did you learn it? You learned it from her. Would you have found it from a book? Fuck no. Would you have found it from another American? Probably not. But that's gold, man. And see, I was doing this YouTube. I was doing that shit back in the day. YouTube. Samoa, Hawaii. Yeah, there's like there's what? There's a lot of islands over there. You got Hawaii, you got mainland and Ford Island. And then you got a whole bunch of small islands. And when you say Rocky, right? And we know Rocky says he's Samoan, he says he is, right? I don't know what tribe he's from. Because when if you decide to get into that, he would be from a specific tribe. He may not even be from mainland Hawaii. Shit, I've been to Hawaii twice and I'm straight with Hawaii. I don't need to make it. I don't know how you can make it to the island. I don't know how you can make it. There's some thick ones over there. Short and thick. Sort of Latino looking. Latino chicks. And I forget it's America. I keep forgetting Hawaii is America. It's America. It's America, man. You know what? In my opinion, if you broke, you should go to Hawaii. If I was a homeless person in Frisco, if I was homeless anywhere, I'd save up enough money to get me a ticket. And if I'm gonna be a bum, I'm gonna be a bum in Hawaii. I'm serious. If I'm gonna be a bum, hey, um, I'm waiting on my stamps to hit. Um, I'm hanging out in front of the gas station. I'm bumming here. I'm bumming there. I should have had my phone with me. I just came back, man. This bum was trying to take my stuff to the car. I said, "Nah, bro, I'm going." And then he was going to say, "Does this dude work here?" She said, "No." And she was a woman and was there. It was a little Dollar General. And it's sad too, man, because she could put the police on him, which is probably what she needs to do. But he wasn't listening to her. She kept telling him, leave the customers alone, leave the customers alone. It's a brother. He's going through a certain amount of mental illness. And he's out there trying to scuffle to get him a couple of bucks. And I'm gonna be for real. Had I had it, I had my phone with me. If I had it, I gave him $1 or two. But he wanted to pick up my stuff, and I said, "No, man, you don't need to touch my stuff now. Come on." Well, I can take you to the. I said, "You don't need to do nothing for me, bro. Just please, sir, let me check out." And if I had $1, I was like, "Here you go, man." I mean, that's his life, man. But if I was him, I'd be going to Hawaii. Well, he don't know. You see what I'm saying? That's what knowledge. He's never been to Hawaii. But if you're gonna be a bum, man, don't be a bum in the South. Don't be a bum in California. Be a bum in Hawaii. It's just better, man. It's just better. And just get your plane ticket. And remember, you're still in America. But then you say you wish you could fly out there. Get a ticket, man. But it ain't as easy as you think, man. I mean, I didn't really. I was there for like a week or 10 days. I was never there for a year. Um, I don't know, man. A lot of foreigners. A lot of foreigners. A lot of money out there. A lot of money. If that's all of this stuff you have to have a plan, man. And you'll be able to accomplish the things you want to do. You just have to have a plan. I was at oh man, I remember what about a month ago I was coming out of a hotel room. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was going down to the end, right? I had to throw something away and this bad chick, man, thick as fuck, white girl. She came out the stairs, right? There, right by the exit, and then you got the exit, so it's got the stair. So she was an escort, and she came out of the stairs about 4 o'clock in the morning. Her heels on, her hair long, big butt. So I'm at the going to throw the thing, and I said, "Damn." And she looked at me, she said, "Oh, hey." And I said, and it was a car off to the side waiting on her. So I'm just throwing, and I looked at her, I said, "So what, you off?" And she said, "What?" I said, "You off duty?" I said, "Shit, no." I said, "Wait a minute, you got time for another ride, right?" Nah, man. She looked at me and let me know that dude must have spent about 500 on her, man. So they he doing what he got to do. I wouldn't do that, but that's his thing, man. And yeah, I saw what he was working with though. Nah, she was pretty healthy, man. You know, he probably was some dude out here doing what a lot of guys do is uh uh they leave a job. Their job might be in Arkansas. So they come to another state. They'll be in Mississippi being paid to do the work there. And while they're here, they'll be married and everything. And while they're here, because they got a hotel room, they got internet, they're doing the job, and they FaceTime their wife and kids. They'll go and get an escort. And I don't mean go like on the streets. I mean have one. And the one this guy had, man, this one was, yeah, this one I've never seen her before. She was together, man, whoever she was. And let me tell you something. I had my phone, but I don't do that. I wouldn't do that to that woman. That woman ain't did nothing to me. She's just a very attractive woman with a big butt. And she just so happened to be leaving at about 4 o'clock. And her ride was right there waiting on her. But I wish she would have, gave me permission to let me show you show you her. You would have seen what I'm talking about. Not my thing though. But I see if you're a married dude, that's what you want. He survived it. I don't agree with it, but he survived it. He like, yo, man, while I'm up here making this money, I'm gonna get a chick pull up, you know, twice a week. He said flight to Hawaii. I don't know how much. I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about other than visiting Hawaii. I have no idea what's going on there. Samoan women, I've seen them. Um, it depends, man. I mean, it's like anything. It depends. It's some baddies. Nah, it's some bad. But then again, we don't live forever, man. So if you're gonna travel, you need to get out there, man. You need the sooner the better because we don't live forever. And you say you want to spend some time in Hawaii. Okay, well then you got to go do that. Then you want to go here and go there. And somebody told me Cuba was popping, and all these different places are popping. So it's up to you, man. But no, man, don't do it because you feel entitled. Do it because you want to do it. And go there with don't go there with entitlement. You're entitled to what you can get from there. You're entitled to what you can get. And I think that's the difference between I think a lot of black men, we sort of learn that. It's sort of like swimming. You get thrown into the deep part of the pool. You shouldn't do this. Let me say this up front. Absolutely, you shouldn't do it. If a person can't swim, you don't throw them in the deep side of the pool. But a lot of us, we get thrown out there and we're forced to learn how to swim. That's why a lot of men, it don't matter to them. They don't need to go to no club. Give them some sweats. You know what? I'm gonna be for real. Give me, and I need to do. No, I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna go to Kmart. You're gonna see me purchase the sweats right off the rack, top and bottom. Give me some gray sweats, bottom, top. You're gonna see me buy some of them Kmart shoes. You know what I'm saying? Them sneakers that's at Kmart, no name, no brand. I'm gonna buy me a pair of them shoes, right? I might buy a Kmart hat, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post up. And you're gonna see all that stuff about money. You got to be dressed like this. Watch me work. And that's most men. I'm saying most players. That's all they need. They'll take it from there. They'll make it do what it needs to do. And let me tell you about the rejection. The rejection puts out that fire. See, that's what dudes do. Society sort of messed up. But the constant rejection, if that's what happens, that kills the fire. So you're able to retire and have a good night's rest because you know you gave it your all. You know you gave it everything you had. You weren't walking around with entitlement. These women owe me something. This world owes me something. You don't have that in you. You didn't go down there with that type of attitude. You ready to compete. You don't care. And I need to do that. And once again, life's not fair, man. Life is not fair. To start right there, if you get fucked over, somebody do something to you, you get lied on, which they do a lot. Remember, life's not fair. It wasn't fair when you was born. You got people out here that are born with all types of defects. You got people who are born and they spend 80% of their time at the hospital. You got people who have all types of problems. And that's not fair. That's not fair at all. But they're alive. And you look at the world and say, well, just life. That's all. Give me the life. Give me life. I'll take it from here. Oh, I got both arms, both legs. I can see, I can hear, I can smell, I can talk. I don't need nothing else. Stop. I don't need nothing else. Give me that's all I need. And when you had that entitlement, you see a lot of that with these clowns. When you get that entitlement, you think people owe you something. You think the world owes you something. You think women owe you the honesty. No, they don't. You think women owe you they have to be honest with me. No, they don't. Women owe you something. Loyalty. No, they don't. They don't have to. Oh, she cheated on me. So what, bruh? Why do you make it a big deal out of it? It's not like you the first man some woman cheated on. So who cares? Why do you care? Why do you care? Oh, she cheated on me. My wife cheated on me. My wife cheated on me. That's a boy. That's not a man. That's a boy. And that's what you have. So many boys, man. They're boys. They're not men. They don't want to be men. They want somebody to give them something. They feel entitled. Ain't nothing entitled. We just saw the video, the MTR video, whatever. The guy he was trying to serenade the woman and she walked out with her new boyfriend and the dude started to cry. Well, why cry, bro? You ain't gonna change nothing. And people would have told you, what's all that serenading gonna do? And that's what I'm saying. That's that entitlement. Well, if I serenade her, she'll be my woman. So tonight, let's begin. It didn't work that way. Like, bro, it don't work like that. See that dude right there posted up? That's what she want to do. You need to find you somebody who want to be with you, bro. Fuck all that singing and shit. You up here tap dancing and you about to go on American Idol just to get you some box. Yeah, there's just too much, man. And that's not necessary. That's overkill. And then when you start doing that, bro, you lose your player status. You don't do no shit like that, man. That's what a lot of dudes don't understand about max and player. A player can take rejection and eat it. Don't mean nothing to them. I've been around, I know what I'm saying. That shit don't mean nothing to them. It means something to you. That's why when you see it, you be like, damn. Man, I don't know if I could take that, man. Damn, she dissed the shit out of him, man. Damn. Man, you a sucker, bro. That's why you think that he out there trying to get it. And that's what come with trying to get it. That's just what come with trying to get it. So what? He played up. He posted up. He hollering at the baddies. Some of them are disrespectful. He ain't their goddamn daddy. So they don't know how to talk to a man. What the fuck you want him to do? He trying to holler at them. They disrespectful. Now there are ways, situation where you can handle it. But what I'm saying is suckers see that happen and they think that's a bad thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I remember I gave a dude caught a bad rejection. In front of me, it was about 5 dudes. Chick went off on him too. She just old disrespectful. She was fine. You know how women are. Just old disrespectful sister. and probably did it for clout, probably did it to try to raise her status with her friends. Just went off on the man. And but you know what he did? He stayed calm too. You should. Now I saw that he stayed calm. He just kept looking at her, and he was like, "Okay, all right then, all right." And everybody started laughing at dude. And I went over to dude. I said, "Man, bro, stay at it, bro. You're doing the right thing." He said, "All right." I shook his hand. I said, "Man, you want something?" He said, "What?" I said, "Bro, let me get you a drink, man. I mean, because you represent it the way it needs to be represented." And he was like, "All right, man." I think I got him a Hennessy. Handed him the Hennessy. And by the time I got back, he had a chick sitting right next to him. He had gamed up on a chick right there. And that's how you got to be, man. You got to stay weathered, man. Stop this entitlement shit that they tell these young men. It's sad too, bro. Teaching them to be simps and lames and complain and cry. Baby, the women do you wrong in America, man. You need to be an incel like me. Man, let me tell you something, bro. If you under 30, I swear to God, brother. If you are under 30 years old and you on YouTube listening to these failed ass sucker niggas try to get you to be like them, you're a fool, man. And in a lot of ways, it's self-correction. The game is correcting itself because the game is saying you don't deserve success. You deserve, if you want to listen to that shit, you deserve to be right where you are. Look at these lame ass niggas, bruh. Niggas been locked up behind a bitch. Bro, ain't no bitch locked me up. No bitch went down there and put no paperwork on me and had me arrested. Talking about some child support. Ain't no woman ever did no shit like that to me. There's certain levels of being of the game in the sense you win and you lose in certain levels. When you start hitting that, I ain't never had no level like that. I had all types of arguments, lied on, disagreements. Nigga mad, I fucked this bitch and I'm that nigga. I've been trying to tell you stupid ass niggas, you have no idea who you talking to. And we're going to keep doing our streams, bro. Yeah, we are very intellectual people over here. This is the Sloth channel. I've been trying to explain that to you. This is the Sloth channel. You know, I mean, if that's where you want to go, man, you should go to Hawaii. I'm going to be for real with you. If I had a thirst for Asian women, I probably would go to California. I do want a certain amount of American. I want a certain amount. So I don't really have that, but I would probably go to California and find where the Pacific Islanders live, and I probably would live amongst them. As a guy who's dealt with foreign women, it just requires too much uh, of my involvement, and I'm not ready. I'm not. I know I'll never do that. Now. It just requires too much of me, and I don't want to do that. I want one that's adjusted to American society. Westernized. Well, you know what? If she messes with you, she's westernized. A real foreign woman wouldn't even date a foreign man. Whatever, Brazil, Colombia, if they date foreign men, they're westernized. There's no way she's not westernized. The whole act of sleeping with a foreign man is a Western idea. That's Western philosophy. You should date men from a different country. That is a Western philosophy. That is not the local philosophy. If she was a traditional woman, she would die single. She would die a traditional woman in her country. A Chinese woman would die a Chinese woman in China. She just simply she did not have a man. But if she says I'll date a foreign man, she's not a traditional woman. And I know that goes against the brainwashing and the lies and the teaching of the Negroes here. But you got to understand, there's a difference between me and them. I actually lived overseas. I wasn't running from jail. Let's have these niggas overseas because they running. I wasn't running from the police. I'm here, bro. I mean, I'm in America and I went over there because I was working. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. And I be trying to help these dudes, bro. I wasn't on the FBI's most wanted list. I see why niggas be mad at me, bro. I've been trying to tell you, bro. Day one, I am that nigga, bro. Yeah, the slaw channel. Slaw them out. Get slawed out. We're gonna have to bring that back to life. We put him to sleep. We're gonna have to bring him that old Platt back. That old Platt. We're gonna have to bring him back. I don't have nobody really to bring it out of me though. That's the problem with it. But the entitlement track, man, life's been unfair. The day you was born, it was unfair. When the doctor smacked you on your butt, you start crying, right? So, hey, you cry when you come in. You don't want to cry just because you can't get what you want. And that's what kids do. When kids are like 10 years old and they want a PlayStation and you don't think it's a good idea, or they want to get on social media and you don't think it's a good idea, what do? They throw a temper tantrum and they cry. They cry. Right? Just think about that. Now you got grown ass men who whine, who the women in America, man? What about them? Because I be like looking at them and say, what about them? These women in America, man, they wrong, man. They got their nose in the air, man. They think they all that. I said, okay, you think I don't deal with them? You think I don't have to go through that shit? Hold up, you think I like that? I said, yeah, they are. They are. They are. They are. What about them? But then again, man, that's really just raised the value. So I mean, I'm not saying you could date who you want to date, but if you can bag you an American female, uh, you can hold yourself up, throw up your flag over these sucker ass niggas who can't, because they're losers, and you're a winner. They can't get what you can get. And that's the thing about being a man. Take the best, not the less, man. Stay on top, bro. You don't want to be on the bottom. That's more that makes me want to stay here. When you got a group of bust ass niggas who can't deal with the real and they gotta run their ass overseas, real nigga in the paint, nigga, with Pookie all over the place. I'm at the bitch, nigga. Fuck you talking about? In the paint. Give a fuck about Pookie, nigga. Pookie gonna lose his life fucking with me, nigga. At the bitch, nigga. That's what I did last night. What you was doing, I was at the bitch. What you was doing? Watching TV? What you was doing? Listening to some failed ass nigga on YouTube whine about his fucked up marriages? I was at the bitch, nigga. That's how real niggas do shit. I've been trying to tell them niggas I've been the only one really talking that shit, bro. From day one, I've been the only nigga really, really talking about it, doing it, showing it, proving it. And niggas been in their feelings ever since. They want me to be a sucker. I ain't no sucker, bro. I'm a winner. And nobody owe me nothing, bro. You don't owe me nothing. I like that too, bro. I sort of like that. That's my position too, right? Even right now, today, man, don't owe me nothing, man. Hey, Platt, we want you to come out to LA. Okay. What you need? Put me on the mega bus. Now, I hate to say that. I'd rather ride a bicycle, bro. At least I can get there. Cause I don't want to ride to New Orleans and all through Texas, and it take me 2 weeks to get to. I don't want to do that. I said, give me a Greyhound. How about that? Is Greyhound even in business anymore? I never hear about Greyhound. Is Greyhound even in? Well, if it's in business, give me a Greyhound ticket, bro. I go out to LA, and he'll be like, "Yo, man, let me You need me to do? I said, I don't need you to do shit for me, bro. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'll take it from here. That's how a man has to live his life. This entitlement, gimme, 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 and give me a woman who won't cheat on me, and give me a woman who is gonna treat me special, and give me a woman who appreciates me. Man, you dreaming, bro. So in a lot of ways, it's actually good because as a man, this process filters out the bitches versus the real men. It's a filtration process. And bitch niggas who can't compete whine and complain and get mad at niggas who can. And social media has put a spotlight on
That look like to you. Whatever happiness look like to you personally, go do it. Go be
Right.
happy. Because I'm going to go be happy. And you can't stop me. You can give me some information that I can choose not to listen to it. I don't. I ain't hating on no passport, bro. I ain't got no passport. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, if you left here, then that just means there's more women wherever you just left for me if I go over there. And I'm probably not going over there, so it don't. It ain't an issue with me, bro. However, man, move, man. Just go get you some money, acquire you some power, and live life on your own terms. If you can do
The,
that, you winning.
the issue I have with the demonization of this quote unquote passport bros is when is it going to stop? You know, are we going to start demonizing brothers who drive nicer cars than you,
we
They
you know,
do.
do.
who have nicer houses than us?
You do.
They do. All that. They do it already. So
Yeah, all
you
right.
can you can have a prettier chick and a dude that hate because he got more than you and his chick ain't as pretty. They
Yep.
just do that.
It's a part of us, man. And I'm
All right.
telling you, when you get a large number of Americans in any area, they turn wherever they're at into a microcosm of America, wherever they are.
That's what you talk about when you was talking about westernizing. You're gonna westernize the woman that you didn't want westernized
They're already westernized. The
because
fact
of
that
you,
she,
right? The person.
the fact that you American and she's foreign and she messes with you, she's a westernized woman. You want her to be traditional? Don't date her. If she's dealing with men, she's a westernized woman. And it's an entitlement trap. You got a lot of men who think somebody owes them something. They think the world needs to give them this. They don't want to go through what other people had to go through. They don't want to be men. They want to be boys. And that's just the truth. You can disagree with whoever you want, MTR all you want. At the end of the day, people want to be boys. They don't want to be men. Like the stream, man. Reach down there and hit the like. We got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. What do you think, man? There you go, brother. Brother said, can you get the link? There you go. There's the link. What do you want to do with your life, man? You want to be on the top or you want to be the bottom? Life is fair. When it was Tabor, when you was born, it wasn't fair. When Tabor came into being and he was able to look and say, hey, who am I and what is this? Where am I? And you figured it out. Guess what, Tabor? It was unfair. You know why? Nobody asked you, did you want to be here? Nobody said, hey, Tabor, this reality that we live in, Tabor, do you want to participate? You went from peace, everything in your life was peaceful, to what we live in, the chaos that we live in now. You got Negroes running overseas to get women.
What's so chaotic about that?
Just it's chaotic according to you, CD. You say it's too much.
No, you just said it was chaotic. I didn't say it was chaotic.
Yes, you did. You say that you don't like American women.
No, I did not say that.
You said it was unfair the way the system
No,
is.
no, I never said anything. Those words never came out of my mouth.
No, I ain't know that. Uh, uh, You ain't. Yeah, you told me you want a passport, bro. I thought you was a bro. You needed somebody to give you a break.
No, sir.
You the type of dude, CD. You show up at the club, and you the type of dude that be telling niggas not to talk to your lady.
No, I usually have the type of lady that when I come back from the bathroom, she grabbed my hand and all of a sudden we running out the door. And I'm like, baby, what's wrong? And she's like, just start the car and drive off. So then we get halfway down the street. I'm like, what happened? She was like, oh, some nigga in there made a pass at me. So I'm like, oh, I see why you got me out here because you know I was about to throw hands with his bitch ass. I'm
Uh
like, that's all
oh.
right. All
Damn.
right, no big deal.
Damn.
She's smart. See, those are the type of ladies that I rock with. Now, or should I say rock with me? All right. Now, if and the only reason why I say that is because if you're the type of dude who's going to try to make a pass at another man's woman while he is clearly with his woman, that just says very little about you. I've never thought that, oh, you know, my dick is so big, and I'm speaking metaphorically, I'm as soon as this nigga get up, I'm gonna make a pass at his woman and I'm gonna pull her. Man, leave that nigga's woman alone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
but you
always
don't have
gotta
to.
be
Wait a
And
minute, man. I agree with where you going with it from the
uh-huh.
standpoint of why initiate problems. We black men, why we got to fight
Right.
each other. I agree with that. But look, on some real shit, if your bitch better than mine, nigga, I'm gonna take your bitch. I'm sorry.
Nah, you gonna get your head
Oh,
knocked off. You're fucking
you hear
around with
that?
the wrong nigga. That's what I'm
You hear
saying.
that? Y'all hear
That's
that? You
what
hear
I'm
that?
saying.
You hear that?
That's what I'm
He,
saying.
he ain't talking about going overseas. You see what I'm saying? He said he gonna stand his
No,
ground. He said he gonna
no,
stand his ground. He said I'm gonna
no.
stand my motherfucking ground, nigga.
I'll punch your lights out,
He said
and then
he
and
said
then,
he
I,
going
and then I'll probably
forward.
fuck up your whole crew
yeah,
too.
but why would your girl let you catch a charge like that? Why would she let you crash out like that?
She did let me catch a charge. She grabbed my hand and she took me out the club and told me to drive her home. That's the type of ladies I roll with. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Now, if it was a different kind of lady and I come out and she's chopping it up and she's smiling with the dude, hey, get a ride home from that nigga. See what I'm saying? I'm not going to get all up in my fifis about
There ain't no need.
uh, her smiling with this dude. Like that's not how I roll. As far as that's concerned, because I'm not trying to be going fisticuffs with a bunch of niggas in the club. That's some juvenile shit to me. What I'm saying is the blatant disrespect because it's not even. I think a lot of times with black men in particular, black men always feel like they gotta have something to prove, especially to their homies, getting them all gassed up and shit. Oh, watch this, watch. I'm gonna pull this nigga's bitch. Man, there's plenty of women in here. Yeah, I get it. She's fine. She not here with you. Leave her the fuck alone. All right, it's
No,
always some ego shit.
it don't.
Always.
No, it don't work that way.
Okay.
If you got something I want, I'm gonna take what you got.
You gonna try, and then you gonna try the wrong nigga. All right, and then you're gonna end up put on your ass, and you're gonna be looking like a fool.
What the whole points the whole point you're making, CD, is if you got something somebody want, they don't care about right and wrong. They don't try to take it. You got to hold on to it. And now she needs to act. That's a part of her being a good woman. She know how to behave. She know how to deal with you. Like you said, you don't come out the bathroom and she all up in the nigga face.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That already, you're like, damn. Nigga got on the
Yeah.
dance floor. She out there dancing.
Right.
Right?
Like, damn, it is what it is. Like, I don't get upset by it.
She out there
I don't.
grinding with a nigga on the dance floor.
She wasn't my girl. So just that simple. She clearly wasn't my girl, and I just move on. Okay. Now if she is my girl, then she'll let me know. Come on, baby, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
Man, I ain't fighting over any side chick in America
At
around here,
all.
bro. I ain't fighting
At
over neither
all.
one of them. You can
Uh-oh.
have them.
I don't believe
Well,
you.
You can have
the
them.
the 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 thought
Yes,
the thought is the one who's on the dance floor dancing with the other nigga while you in the bathroom. The real one is the one who recognized the situation and said, "Come on, we got to get up out of here."
Okay, but listen though, the thought hangs out with the attorney in America.
I
In
like that.
America, we have a culture. In America, we got a culture where she can be an attorney at law and go out on Saturdays and hang out with her stripper sister and her stripper friends. Yeah, that's in America.
Yeah, facts.
What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
It is. It
Okay,
is.
that's what I'm saying. It's a pigsty. That's what's wrong with it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Man, uh,
Brandon, what does a woman want though? Brandon, if I'm dating a chick, she an attorney, but her cousins and friends are all thoughts. Why do I care? I'm saying, is she listening to me or is she listening to them?
Well, whatever you say to her or whatever is going to be channeled
Well, then we're
through
gonna
her
be together.
through her
No,
friends.
are you a man of value? Are you a man that a woman looks at with respect?
Of course, I mean, I
Okay,
comport
well then hold
myself.
up, wait a minute. Then one, if she's a lawyer, her cousins and friends and stuff, all thoughts. And when you tell her that you don't move like that, and she said, "What?" She said, "Going out here to Randy's. Niggas thug it
Okay,
up out there all the time. Niggas get shot. I don't want you going to Randy's." But my girlfriends, you don't, you know what? You got to make up your mind. You want to hang out with them or you want to hang out with me? I want to hang out with you. Okay, well then don't go to no Randy's. I don't want you doing none of the shit they do. Simple as that. And matter of fact, if they gonna do anything with you, you invite them over here. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. What's wrong with her picking up the phone and said, "Well, why don't everybody come over here tonight?" And they be like, "Okay, we have naked. We want to be thoughts, but you want us to come over? Yeah, come over here." And then you tell them, say, "Hey, listen, I don't care what y'all do, but leave her out of it."
see, Black. I don't want you to fall victim. I don't want you to fall victim to this, right? See, what I think what you don't understand is that it's women wear camouflage over here, right? You know what? They'll sit right there in your face and agree. You know what, baby? I'm not gonna go and all of this stuff right here. Then in 2 weeks, 2 weekends from then or whatever, she will be out with her thought friends. It like clockwork. She'll sit right there and tell you, yeah, I'm not gonna go, and you know what I'm saying? And then 2 weeks later, she's out with them again. You're gonna have the same conversation. You know what I'm saying? 2 weekends from now. Why do you want to keep doing that?
you,
You know
you
what I'm
don't
saying?
have to have that conversation. You don't. You don't have to have that conversation. You can just leave. Leave her alone. Like so, like that's what I was talking about that on the last stream. It's like some women are going to be dishonest, man, and some are going to be honest and they listen to you. But if the choice that you always got in the matter is that you can just stop messing with them. If you don't like what she's doing, stop. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do what they can do. They free. We ain't gonna control them women. Them women gonna control themselves. They're gonna comport themselves to the man that they're dealing with to get the man's approval. And if you don't like what they're doing, you can leave. That's the whole point. That's the value. That's the value in you. Is
And
your
that's what men
presence.
are, that's what men are doing. Men are okay. They realize, okay, these females are doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's almost to the point to where they're too free. I think it's almost to the point to where they're so much free that they're even questioning the value of good men. I don't even think they see the value of a good man at this point that we're at right now. You know what I'm saying? It's guys with good careers. You know what I'm saying? It's guys that done put it down in school. You know what I'm saying? They'll put it down in the classroom, put it down everywhere, bro. In every area in their life, and they still don't get the results, bro. Like I know, I know,
Hey,
I know some personally.
let me ask you a
Go ahead.
question, man. Let me ask you a question. Would you say a good man is a man that goes overseas to buy box from prostitutes?
Mm.
Uh, uh, Run it back one more time. You said what? Hold on. What you said?
I said, would you say a good man is a man that's willing to go overseas and buy box from prostitutes?
Um, a good man gone bad. How about that? How about that? How
I'm
about that
saying,
reply?
man. I'm just saying, like, with that.
A good boy gone bad. Just like you got a good girl going bad, you got good boys going bad. You know what I'm saying?
By the
You know
box.
he what? Okay, but that's his business though. If you want to buy box, why you if you want to buy box?
Why do black men always try to make excuse? Look, Brandon, you don't buy box, do you?
I might start buying bottles.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I might start. Honestly, I might start. Never have I ever. You know what I'm saying? But I might have to. You know what I'm saying? I might have to the way these females are moving. Platt, tell me, where can I go meet a good female right now? Right now, I'm in Atlanta,
In,
Georgia. I got money. I can
in
I
Atlanta,
can go anywhere in the state.
go to Georgia Tech.
Okay.
There's plenty of good females right there. Go to Georgia Tech. Introduce yourself. Be a gentleman. You'll meet a good woman there.
And you think so?
I know so.
I gotta wait. I gotta wait. The freak sneak is over. I gotta wait. The freak sneak is over, right?
No, they won't be at the Freaknik.
Okay.
Are you a quality man?
I would say I got my shit together.
Okay, well then go to Georgia Tech. Go to where quality women are. Get out of the strip club. That's what I'm saying. Niggas always in the strip club. Old strip club nigga. Come on these YouTube. Some of them, I can't meet no quality woman. So, bro, you always in the joint, nigga. You always in the shake. But I want a quality woman. You ain't trying to find no quality woman, bro. You in the shake. You eat at the strip club. Bro, I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm confused.
Magic City got the best wings in the city. What are you talking about, Platt? Magic City. Magic City.
Wings,
I eat at the strip club. They got the best wings.
Average wings. Wings ain't special wings. I had some Magic City wings. It was a chick, you know what? And I sort of it was a chick up in the joint when I was in Magic City. She didn't tell me. I had met her like 2 or 3 years ago.
Bottom line, man. I'm not demonizing nobody for going overseas, weighing their options. You know what I'm saying? When the pickings are slim, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, one guy got 10 girlfriends versus one guy who don't got no girlfriends. It'll be crazy. And he got a good job, good meat. It'll be crazy to tell him not to go and explore options elsewhere. Like
well,
that's just flat. I just can't agree with you on that.
Does he want the same
You know what I'm
thing?
saying?
Does
I
he
just
want
can't agree with you on that, Platt.
Does he want the same
Sorry,
thing
bro.
overseas? Does he want
Like,
the same
you know,
thing?
you gotta
Your
go find
phone
where
messed
you
up,
fit
bro.
in there. You gotta get in where you fit in at, man.
I think your phone messed up.
You know what I'm saying?
Brandon.
Some dudes don't want to get bopped upside the head, you know what I'm saying, from her pookie boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Just because you take interest in her.
Yeah, I think all that farting and stuff, I think that was coming from his phone anyhow. I don't know what he talking about. Look, bro, what you trying to do overseas? You trying to be a good guy or a bad guy? That's most of these niggas want to be. They can't do it here. They got their ass handed to them trying to do it here. They got to run overseas and be a bad guy. They can't be a bad guy here, though. That's why I don't respect niggas like that. They not real niggas. I'm the same nigga. I'm the same nigga in Cleveland, the same nigga in Detroit. I'm the same nigga in Houston. I'm the same nigga. I'm at the bitch, nigga, both ways, either way. Go overseas, I'm the same nigga. These niggas is different, though. When they're in the United States, they bitches, they afraid, they stay in the house, they scared to go after women. Then they run overseas, and then they become clowns, and they want to be them niggas that they've been watching all their life. Them pookie, they want to become pookies when they go overseas. And you can't tell me I know how these niggas rock. I know what they do. I ain't making up shit.
Where'd he go?
His connection was really, really all of that farting stuff was coming from his connection. He's free to return. Like the stream, man. Off the muscle. Tabor. I know Tabor agreed with me. I don't know what Tabor. I don't know what he doing.
Yeah, bro, you muted me. So
I know. I know you agree with me. Off the muscle, right?
Yeah.
There you go. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? We finally agree. Off
I
the
said that. But I
Off the
said that before.
muscle. Off
I'm
the
rocking with
muscle.
that.
If you can't get them off the muscle, shut your ass up.
And if you can take it, she yours. That's
There you
me and my
go.
presence.
I don't
What's
even
the
understand.
last?
I
Go
don't
ahead.
even understand what we arguing about, man. Why can't you get them off the muscle? Why you gotta pay for them and try to act like trick ass niggas who buy pussy is some niggas to look up to? They do that on YouTube. They try to tout these bitch niggas up. Bitch niggas who buy pussy. They try to lift them up like they doing something. And I look at these tricks, bro, and I see it in their face. They tricks. And I be like, bro, they better hope I don't never come to Thailand, nigga. I'm gonna take your hoe. You know why? I want to see you cry, boy. I'm gonna make you cry.
All that matters in business plat is did you close the deal? We don't care if you did it off the muscle or if you had to pay for it. And regardless, you still
matters.
gonna have to pay for it. But you paying for it with time, you paying for it with money out of your pocket. Did you close the deal? Furthermore, what makes you think that most of us brothers even want to have a conversation with these bitches?
Mm.
I don't want to talk to these bitches. You
Mm.
gotta listen. Like I told you yesterday, Platt. I'm not paying them to stay. I'm paying them to leave afterwards. Usually after the transaction is complete, I don't say shit to them. Here's a towel. If you need to rinse off, it's clean. It's nice seeing you. Hope everything is safe. I got your number. If I ever need something, let you know what's up. 2 weeks go by, send them the dollar sign. All of a sudden, they all heart bubbles. Or more than likely, they hit me up first because their pockets go flatter faster than mine. They pockets stay flat. So I become a resource for them. That's the game, Platt. That's the hustle.
Uh-huh.
See, I'm like, how I see it, I'm their drug.
But you paying for it though.
See, it's all transactional. Like I said, I don't gotta talk to them. I don't gotta ask them how their day is. They, oh, I'm going through some things. Yeah. Oh yeah. I hear you. Oh, that's terrible. And these girls are going through some shit, man. Oh, I gotta pay for this room. I gotta get more money to pay for this room. Like I only got 50. Do you want it? Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I thought so. And I'm done. 2, 3 a week.
Hey man,
See
ain't
what I'm
nothing
saying?
wrong with that. Do your thing, man. I'm just saying, the men who survive here in America, let those men eat.
And I'm eating. I'm gorging myself. They be hitting me up. Where are you, baby? Miss you, baby. I'm working. I'm studying right now. I can't talk. I'll
What
hit you up. I'll let you know what's up.
what about the dude the women want to be with? Like, okay, they don't want to be with you. They lied to you. They used you. Okay, she made a fool out of you. Okay, what about the dudes who she go to, lay up with, cook for, love on, and what about him? Does he matter?
Now, are we talking about hoes? Are we talking about
No,
like
a
the
woman,
Mexican dude singing?
a regular woman. What about her? Does he matter? Does the man who's successful in this dynamic, does he matter?
I'm sorry, I don't think I'm following your question.
A man who can have multiple women
Uh-huh.
come to his house.
Uh-huh.
They don't have to do like the wife thing, but they come by, they hang out, they smash, they leave. A guy like that who's winning versus a man who's coming out his pocket paying, who's winning?
At one point in time, he did
Like,
in
oh,
fact have to use his resources in order to attain her affections. That's the point. Whether she saw him in his three-piece suit, or
No,
she found out where he lived, or she saw his car, or she found
or
out
he
she
went
caught a.
broke after the fact.
no. A woman can be you can get play from women. If you know what, I can go right now. We get to all this foreign travel. I can go to Australia. You tell me the country. I'm gonna say Australia. I can
Mhm.
go to Australia right now. Right now. People ain't never seen me. And if I got a bad chick, a bad Australian chick that's fucking with me, I'm gonna have clout with all the women. it ain't about nothing about me. It's about them. They gonna be like, who is this dude? Why she into him so much? So then they gonna feed me box. So that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
It's the women. The women open them doors up for you. Hawaii. We was talking about Hawaii. Let me get a top notch Hawaiian. What's that Karuchi? Let me take Karuchi and walk around Hawaii with Karuchi. You think I don't get no Samoan box from Karuchi?
But do you think that Chris Brown would have been able to pull Carucci if he wasn't Chris Brown?
Yeah, but I'm just saying she was a waitress, right?
Yes. I'm pretty
Well,
sure hella niggas was hollering at
but
Carucci.
yeah, but no, Chris Brown's a sucker to even do some shit like that.
well, she can't. We only know about it because of Chris Brown. So she capitalized off his
Yeah,
resources,
she did. She
regardless.
did. She
And
benefited
most
from
women
it.
do that.
Well, she benefited from it, but a real nigga ain't gonna fuck with no waitress, bro. When you up there,
Bullshit.
That's not
not a
true.
real one,
Bullshit.
not a real one. That's a thirsty one.
Nah, she fine as hell.
A
No,
pretty
she's
chick is a
never.
pretty chick,
Karuchi's
bro.
never been fine. Period.
Man,
She pretty
look,
though.
listen, Platt. One time, I used to live in Vegas. One time, I was on my way to work. I lived about a couple blocks away from the strip. So I'm jogging to work, hot as hell, and I hear, excuse me. And I look around, I'm like, what the hell? I look, there was this fine ass bitch in the bushes, in the fucking bushes, peeking. Excuse me, can I use your cell phone? I'm like, what the fuck am I seeing right now? She's like, I just got out of jail. I just need to call one of my friends. Man, this bitch was fine as fuck. Fucking bush bitch. And I'm thinking to myself, like, God damn, if I didn't have to go to work right now, I'd take this bitch home right the fuck now. She was fucking fine. Like, fuck your friends. You coming home with me. Green eyes, light skin. I'm like, you just got out of jail? I'm like, nah, I need to leave this bush bitch alone. You don't understand. Like, that's
Yeah,
how
bro.
men are. We can rock with a fine ass bitch. We
Well,
don't give
no,
a fuck where she
Yeah,
come
bro.
from.
Yeah,
if,
all
if I'm
day.
walking, if I'm down outside wherever, and I turn the corner and it's a real bad chick up in bushes trying to use the cell phone. No, trying to use the cell phone. I don't mess with chicks who done did time.
Hmm.
So,
I
so
saw
I
yeah,
wouldn't
your
do that.
stream about those three girls. I saw your
yeah.
stream.
I'd be like, yeah, I talk to her. I wouldn't give her my phone, but I'd be like, yo,
Nah.
what you need? She'd be like, yo, I just got out. I'm trying to get
Yeah, I ain't
myself
rocking with
in
that.
a better position. I said, well, come on, just follow me. I have a follow me. And I walk into
Yeah.
that hotel. I walk into that hotel, and they can say, "Wait a minute, we don't allow prostitution." I said, "Well, who's the prostitute? Me or her, motherfucker?" Because I got a room here. Well, we don't. I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." So that's my guest. I agree. That's not what I'm doing. So I bring her upstairs and see what she talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm out, man, and I done been out white girls, black girls. I'm a odd dude. The waitress always be away. I'm an odd dude, so for the most part, they looking at her and they looking at me, and a shorty I have a over exaggerated conversation with me that lasted 5 minutes, and it should have only lasted two. And shorty go get mad at me. You can't be mad at me because shorty giving me attention. This happens with or without you. Yeah, I'm going, bro. Bartenders, bottle girls, I'm cool. Especially if shorty showing interest. Yeah, I ain't turning that down. And see something I like. Yeah, I'm going. I ain't doing no criminals though. I ain't having that one. I don't care what kind of criminal she is. She been to jail? Nah. We ain't talking about petty theft. We talking about some hard time? Nah. Oh, you ain't doing that. Nah, bro.
Well, so it just depends, man. But yeah, I mean, like in America though, you can win, and a lot of men win in America, and a lot of dudes lose. And I get it; they got to go run out of here and all that bullshit. But paradise can be here, brother. Paradise can be here. You can have your cup can run off over with many women if that's what
I
you
agree.
want.
So
Yeah,
you
right
think
here
they
in
ain't winning
America.
and still going
I agree.
overseas?
Hmm.
I agree,
You
Plat.
think?
But
Go ahead, my
what I
bad.
said earlier, we're the men who are traveling abroad aren't leaving to go to these places because they love those women. They're leaving because the women here don't love them. There's a difference.
No, they just lying.
But what about the dude that can get it here and go overseas and get it
There
there?
you go. That's a smart guy. A lot of guys can get it here and they crash it. They can go overseas and crush them.
I was about to say something about that too. Thanks, Deborah. I was about to say something about that. Because you got guys, I was about to ask you actually, play, because you got guys who are very experienced here and got a lot of potential, and they go over there and they do 10 times better than the guys who didn't have any skill coming from here. So
Hmm.
then so imagine if a newbie, well, no, I don't really know what to call them, newbies or just gameless individuals went over there and saw that happen, they would think their world ended. Their heart would break where they stand because they would think it's impossible. How are you going to be the man in America and be the man in Thailand? It's just inconceivable by guys like that.
Yeah, that's the same way with the dude that can, because I'm an advocate for it, right? Going places by yourself and pulling something, and the next time somebody that you rocking with, you pull up on them and y'all, drinking, smoking, chilling, whatever it is, and you pull up with something else, and she done told the story of how y'all met, and it's just like, dang, why you ain't hit me up? Be like, nah, be dog, I be on my own. I'm just bringing her around today because we kicking it today. Niggas will feel a certain way about that.
Well, it's a competitive world, man. And if you're afraid you're gonna lose your woman, you know, I don't know what to tell you. As a man, you got to get over that. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. It's a competitive world. If you got something that's worth something, people gonna try to take it from you. I don't care what it is. It could be a car, it could be a house, it could be a job, it could be. Look at Trump. Like we talk about Trump, right? You praise Trump, right? Tabor? Look at Trump. If you
I
have
don't praise
something
Trump.
that other people want, people are going to try to take it from you. Now, how are you going to approach it as a man? You looking for a break or what?
Keep moving. He got what 4 or 5 wives, and he kept moving. He on his new one now in his 80s. She decent, was a model, hotter than the rest of them, more famous.
And a
Just keep
prostitute.
moving, bro. Right?
And a prostitute.
I mean, call it what you want.
That she was.
I mean, I get it, bro. I mean, we can say that almost about any chick if we want to. Like, but that's neither here or there. He just keep moving. As a man, you
No, we
gotta
can't
keep
say that
moving.
about any chick, though, Tabor.
I mean, I'm just saying it just to put it in perspective, bro. You can say any woman was like that.
No, you
Any
can't.
chick.
That's not true, though, Tabor. Every woman ain't like a Melania Trump. Every woman?
I didn't say they was. I'm saying you can say that if you want to. You can always make an argument about a female,
Well, you can. So you
about how
saying
they
you can,
move.
you're saying you can lie on them?
I mean, you could do a woman a lie and say you was a trick whole
I
time
know,
you was
but
in a
I'm saying
relationship with her.
you're saying that a guy you can lie on a woman, and then I mean all women are like Melania Trump. That's what you're saying.
I mean, yo, you can do that. People do that.
Well, we're talking about the truth, boy, and all women are not like Melania Trump.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah, I mean Melania is Melania, but if that's what you want,
Man,
She's a pro. She was a pro.
if a woman out here winning in her eyes, then I'm all for it. Go win. That goes for one that's with me and we kicking it and she finds somebody new and want to go rock with him, go rock with him. Go be happy. I ain't tripping. If you say I was a certain way towards you, then tell him whatever. Let me be the villain in your story. I'm not tripping. I don't mind that.
and let me tell you something. If you do go overseas, man, don't be a simp. Don't let these sucker niggas. I can see these niggas because they be sending these brothers overseas, and them the main ones that be messing with the wage. You get over there, you think these niggas got the city on lock. You think niggas is like doing shit. They be talking to waitresses, shit like that. They be talking to a waitress. You be like, yo, bro, wait a minute. So who you fucking with? I'm fucking with a stripper and a wait. Get your ass. I thought you was a player out here.
chicks.
Yeah.
See, dudes go
Man,
buy
Blind,
chicks
who,
at
who are you supposed to
McDonald's,
mess
bro.
with?
Yeah, like, yo, the chicks ain't every chick ain't up. Like, there's more chicks that's up
Dang.
than chicks that's up.
I mean, in one respect, we're talking about how black men always trying to impress other black men. Now we got to live by the merits of another black man. Like, so who are we allowed to talk to? Who are we allowed to associate with? According
Top
to the,
notch, only top notch.
what if the waitress is a top notch? What if the stripper is a top notch?
Wh-
Both things
wh-
can be true.
Well, hold
You talking
on.
about careers?
No strippers. How about that? No strippers.
No strippers, no waitresses.
Yep.
What else?
If I
Because
worked
there's
at
a long list of
if
black
I
men, bro.
worked at immigration and you decide to go, if I worked with the passport thing, I wouldn't stamp your fucking passport if all you trying to fuck on with strippers and shit like waitresses and low end trash. I wouldn't stamp your shit.
But that's not
So
how it works, Pat.
let me ask you: is a woman that stripped in her early 20s and became a prominent lawyer, is she a quality woman?
Well, she's a lawyer, but not my thing though.
But you wouldn't know. I'm saying, would you concede if you didn't know? Would she be a quality number, a woman?
If she used to do that and I didn't know, yes.
There it is. So you, for the most part, you don't know.
Well, if
This
I
this
don't
goes.
know, you're right. I don't know.
This is why women don't tell their past because there's a reason for it. This is Phaedra ATL. I mean, the housewives who's for the most part a lawyer in ATL, and she got a baby and married to a felon as a criminal defense lawyer. They go choose who they choose, just like men go choose who they choose. I don't
Well,
put
that
standards
would
on
make
another
her that
man.
would make her a bad
Point.
woman though. You said if I don't know. Now that I know, I would look at her from that lens. She's a bad person.
Even if you married to her, got kids
You
with her,
damn right I would say something. I'm married to her, used to be a hoe. You damn right I'm gonna say
and,
something.
and, and, but you don't know if she used to be like that. You
I
just
said
assume.
now I know. So we getting a divorce.
Man,
Shouldn't have married the
man.
Platt. I told you not to marry her, but you told me
But
to
I
hold my
didn't know.
tongue.
I didn't know at first. He's saying
I knew.
what?
I knew. I tried
He's
to tell
saying
you, but you
once you
told me not to
find
say
out.
nothing.
He
You
said
told me not to
once.
say nothing at the wedding, Platt.
Well, man, there you go.
You told me not to say nothing. You told me to keep my mouth shut at the wedding, Platt.
I'm glad you did
Oh, all right. Now your
That's
ass about to get
crazy.
tied up in divorce
because I
court.
wouldn't have believed you anyhow. So it's
Right.
best
He
that I
knows.
find. It's best that I
All right.
find out on my own.
That's right. It's about to be an expensive lesson you're about to learn, player.
And that's how you talk to your partner. You be like, "Yo, man, I didn't know how to say it, but I knew, I had seen. I've been out here, and you seem so happy. I just didn't say nothing. That's how you do
Yeah, I
that.
stopped doing that in high school. I stopped doing that in high school. Dudes want to crash out. They gonna be how they are. You can have the realest conversation with your partner. Got
Jesus.
20 years in the mix with
Sorry,
him.
y'all.
You can be
Motherfucker just
honest
cut me
with him,
off.
and he gonna slide how he slide. If he your partner, it ain't gonna matter who he's sliding with. If he wanna be with the chick that's like that, let him be happy. I'm gonna be your partner after this anyway, big dog. We gonna still kick it. We gonna smoke. We gonna drink. I'm gonna pull up. That's your girl. I'm gonna respect her when I come through. That's because you my partner.
Hold up. I can imagine what it's like. He said we're gonna smoke. Smoking with Tabor. That's got to
Homie
be an
stopped his
experience,
grass.
there, bro. You
I
want
be
to talk
stopping
about
man grass.
going down the rabbit hole?
I be quiet, bro. You know what? Earlier you said something to me about the wedding, right? And this is a dude that I smoke with. I've been knowing him since high school, at least '03. White dude. He's married. We went down that road as far as him talking about me being married more than once, and I always cut him off. I'd be like, bro, we ain't gonna talk about it. But the last time I went to his house, he brought it up again, and we started talking about it. And that rabbit hole went deep. When I tell you the next day everything changed, everything changed. It's certain roads you don't want to take me down, because I'm gonna make my points. I ain't hating on you, and I ain't telling you how to live. So the last thing you want to do is tell me how to live. That's a mistake. But if I'm your partner, it doesn't matter what I say to you. I'm not getting at your girl. I'm respecting her.
Look,
I'm
listen,
respecting you.
listen. You're right. Look,
Go ahead.
listen. If you got to go overseas because you can't handle the ups and downs in America, if you think women are so bad, use a sucker. Well, I don't know why we're afraid as men to come together and admit that. We didn't say you couldn't do it. We said, okay, you can. No, we just said, yo, I'm a black man in America. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm fine. But there is a bunch of sucker ass niggas and they passport bros and they run their ass overseas. Why we
I
got to
got a
be ashamed of that? I don't
I got a
understand why we
question
got
for
to be
you.
Because it ain't
ashamed
nothing
of
to
that.
be
We ain't
ashamed
got
of.
nothing to be ashamed of, man.
I got a
Tell the
question for you,
truth.
Plat. I got a question for you. You mentioned your partner who got discharged. Okay. Back when I was on Pendleton, I wasn't particularly feeling the women who were in San Diego. So I would just hop in my car and go back home to LA. Was I a sucker?
Hmm?
When I was back in San Diego, when I was on Pendleton, I wasn't feeling the women in San Diego. So I'd hop in my car to go back home to LA. Was I a sucker?
No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's the same thing, man.
No, it's not. You know about
It's
niggas
the
getting
exact
passport.
same thing.
You know about niggas standing in immigration lines. Come on, bro, for some pussy.
Shit,
Man,
it's a 200-mile drive from San Diego to LA, tip to tip. Not to mention
that's a
traffic.
slide.
It's about 3.5 to 4 hours on a Friday, hot as hell, grumpy. However you want to spin it, the point is that I'm trying to get across. According to your metric, you need
Did
to
you
stay
stand
where
in the
you are, be
immigration line?
happy.
Did you stand in the immigration line, customs
No,
line?
no, I stood in the traffic
Where's the
line.
difference? The difference then.
I stood in the traffic line.
You was
I
in a
mean,
car in a traffic lane.
but again, according to your metric, we just need to be happy where we are. We need to be
You
hollering
should
at
be.
females
You
in
should
that
be. If
location.
if you want to go overseas, enjoy it. The all the spoils are overseas. But to say, hey, I'm going overseas because black women won't treat me right. Come on, that's bitch nigga shit.
My roommate would drive all the way back to Oklahoma from San Diego.
Well, he like to
That's a
drive
slap.
then.
Man,
I
I
don't know
mean,
what.
That's
Go
a
ahead, go ahead.
sorry, and that I was like, damn, bro,
That's like what,
like,
5 hours? That's like
man,
six.
that's
that's like
23
8.
hours,
Yeah,
bro. It was a long
5 hours.
time, a
Yeah, if you're
long
gonna do
time.
if you're gonna do that though, that's a whole nother. And if a guy did, if I look at a guy, and he telling me he going all the way to Oklahoma from L.A. because he don't like the women in L.A.
San Diego.
He don't like the women in San Diego. I'm gonna think about like, bro. I think you need to go talk to somebody. You need to get a counseling some shit set up because.
But
See, he just felt
why
that
he
he
got an
could connect.
Oklahoma vibe?
He just felt that he could connect better with the women back in his city,
But he's
Where he
not in
from?
Oklahoma. But he's not in Oklahoma.
which is why he felt more comfortable going back there and clocking in with those women. That's it's just
Ain't
that.
nothing wrong with
I didn't
clocking with
agree with.
the ain't nothing
I
wrong with clocking with the ladies from your hometown, but that's a long way to go. That's the point.
I agree. I didn't agree with it. I thought it was a bit excessive, but far be it for me to tell him what to do with his manhood.
Step his game up.
I
Hey, the
mean,
girls in San Diego, why ain't you like the girls in San Diego?
I did like him, but it's just like it's all the military people down there. It's too much of that stuff. Like I'm trying to get away from all that.
Well,
Right?
hold on. I'm trying to figure out what's all this disrespect about my hometown. Like, what's that got to do? Like,
Ain't
bro,
no,
you
Too much competition. No. Too much competition.
no, it's not about
San
competition. Like
Diego,
It
when you
is.
San
down
Diego
there,
is just bougie hoes. That's what it is.
Jay,
no, when you
no,
down there
no,
in
Jay.
San Diego, you got Marines, you got Navy, and you got
It's
all these.
competition.
that's who
Too much.
you're around.
Too much competition.
No, I
You
just don't
gotta
want to be
understand.
around a bunch of Marines. I don't want to be
No, I
around a
understand
bunch of
that.
Navy
But
dudes.
Competition. You don't want to
that's
be
around.
around competition.
That's what
I,
you're around, bro. Like,
I don't.
I'll
I'm
put
on
it to you
base with
like
them
this.
all day, every day. I don't want to be around a bunch of jarheads.
Like, that's nice. But look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. You're gonna have competition everywhere you go. As a matter of fact, somebody from Southern California, I know y'all probably gonna hate me, but I think their game is probably a little more sharper than somebody from Oklahoma, just
Yeah,
because there's
definitely.
so much going on. Like,
Well,
the The game moves as you play here.
Okay, well, I'm really glad to hear you say that because if I wore a Marine Corps T-shirt in San Diego,
Then
no
you're
one is
gonna
going
be
to.
looked at as a trick.
Exactly, exactly. But see, when I go back home to LA and I wear a Marine Corps T-shirt, all of a sudden people come up, hey, hey, how you doing? Are you in the Marines? Oh, let me get you a drink. Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, I like your muscles. Let me touch your arm. You see, it's a huge
It's
difference.
different, and that's
It's a
only
difference.
like an hour away.
Exactly. So
Hmm.
Yeah, play the
you can call
game.
the competition that you want. I don't want to be around a bunch of jarheads. I gotta go where my odds are gonna be better in my favor.
That's what you
Yeah, I
yo.
mean
First of yo.
that's anybody. That's why they have that little saying with a bottle of water. You know, a bottle of water would cost $1 in the store, but you go to airport, it's like $8. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
go to the desert, it's
it's
gonna be even more.
it's just it's situational. Um, in San Diego, I had to come on here because you were talking about San Diego, but what I do know about the bitches out here, they mostly either working, and you know what I mean, and that's from every walk of life because it's expensive out here. So a lot of even the relationships that girls are in, they live with somebody because it's expensive. So they're not really happy, or they just doing what they do. You know.
Well, are you from
So
San Diego?
it's basically like my second home. I live here, yes.
Oh,
Um,
okay. What part of the town you staying? Because I was
well,
born born and raised my whole life here.
I used to live in Vistas, Oceanside, but now I'm back down in San Diego now. So
Yeah, I
um,
gotta let it be known. Oceanside, Vista, that's not San Diego.
No, it's
That's
all Marine
yes,
Corps
that's the
area.
count.
it
That's
is though
Yes,
because
that's the
it's
county.
North County, San
But
Diego. San Diego has a
but
big
I'll put it
county.
to you like this. I'll put it to you like this. If you live downtown or you go on Oceanside, if you live anywhere within the San Diego region, which is the city limits, are you going all the way up there? That is like a 50
No,
minute drive.
no, not a lot, but I mean, there. The
All right,
thing about
cool.
California, though, let's be honest, you're gonna drive, you're gonna travel to different cities, bro.
yeah.
So,
Well, see,
I
I'll put
mean,
it to you once again. I'll
the
put it to
inner
you like
city
this.
of San Diego is big. There's a lot to do, but a lot of people from San Diego are traveling to LA, or traveling to Vegas, or traveling to Phoenix. Let's be honest,
Well,
bro.
that's like, well, hold on. Yeah, I just did that yesterday. I just came from LA yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. It's
But
a
the thing
triangle,
is,
bro. I lived in
but
all three. I went to high school
I
in
understand
Vegas.
that.
I used to live in Arizona. So I mean, I know about the abs and the streets and all that. So I mean, as
Oh
far
yeah,
as
but someone born and raised here like I am, we ain't going up to Oceanside all the time. You I think you make it a little too much. You associate LA a little too much with San Diego. There's two different worlds. Like not everybody's driving up there every day. Like yeah, you got
well,
people doing it
I
like
did.
the
I mean,
locals.
I did it every weekend though, because the thing is, so I'm a musician. So I mean, I'm traveling to
Right, you
San
got something to
Diego
do
for
up
gigs
there.
when I lived in Vista, or I lived, or I'm traveling to LA. So I really liked living in the Oceanside Vista area because of that. So I could, because I was like 45 minutes to Laguna Beach and Newport Beach, and damn near like an hour to LA, and then the same thing as far as San Diego is like 37 minutes. It's like 40 minutes. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, but see, that's your account for it, and that's cool. I'm not hating on it in any kind of way. That's your account for it. I think that's awesome. But as for somebody like, especially somebody like me, and a lot of my friends and people I know growing up, like from East Dago, well, I was born and raised in Spring Valley, so that's East San Diego.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of
I'm in East San Diego right now, basically.
so that's El Cajon, that's Spring Valley, that's
Uh,
if you're going south, that's Otay. But my thing is,
But if you north of the
we got
eight,
no business
if
go up
you
there.
north of the eight, you live in a good part of town. That's the thing, though.
Well,
yeah.
now I do. Now I do.
Well,
I
hold
You
live
on.
live
We
pretty
north
got
much
of the
right
eight.
on there.
look.
I live pretty much right on there.
Yeah,
Shout
I live north of the eight.
shout out to American Negro for the $20 holler. We appreciate you, brother. Thanks for standing on your square. Game confirmed. Somebody got to do it, man. We ain't all running up out of here because of what's going on in America. We not all running, trying to run to the DR and find $10 prostitutes and
Well, a
this
lot of
week.
niggas don't got money to be going out there or got a passport. So let's be
$10?
honest about that.
The ones who
Not
do, the
much.
ones who do, They're not trying to run overseas to find cheap box. They're not. Not a lot of us. Some of us are. But some of this YouTube stuff, the YouTube niggas are. It's pretty clear that's what they're trying to do. And they had they had a nigga out there, Floyd. He was with Austin for a while, Floyd, but his ass is locked up now. And he's a good example of what type of nigga wants to run overseas for women. Floyd's thirsty ass. And that's why his ass will probably, I don't know how long they're going to do, but he's in jail right now.
Who's in jail?
Floyd.
Floyd who?
Floyd Wallace, the YouTuber.
Oh, I thought you meant Mayweather. I was like, Floyd.
The YouTuber that was a passport bro that got caught with children.
Oh, shit.
Floyd Wallace got caught with children.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
He was a passport bro.
Yeah, he's tripping.
Yeah, and they trying to make a big deal about it now because MTR went over there. But what's the difference in the sense? I mean, MTR, he ain't into that, but still, it's still a movement filled with weirdos. And what happened is all these simps get in that. You got to understand, other men are gonna jump into that.
Well, you never know what a nigga into.
It's a decent movement, but other men are gonna jump into that movement. It's a legitimate movement, but other men like Floyd, other Floyds are gonna get into it and hide themselves in it, and they know that. Here come the Floyd.
I will comment on it as well. It's one thing I think a lot of these guys in the quote unquote passport bro space or sphere don't really look out for is they have a lot of guys with weird obsessions too. And they know they can't come out the bag with those kind of weird obsessions here in America, especially because it'll be frowned upon and they'll be scolded for it. So what they think is they can at least let out those demons in another place where it may not be found or maybe somebody else can't see it or something.
That's what the white people do. That's what they're learning from the white people.
That'll run over there. You got a Floyd that'll run over there and try to do that when let's just be real. All you would have had to do was just keep it safe, keep it clean, keep it cool, and game yourself and educate yourself better in the country. And you know what? They might have never even made it out there, but they wanted to take the easy path, and there it is. Hey, Platt, I'm gonna hop down real quick, man.
All right, brother.
Man, y'all seen that the girls that was selling feet juice?
And you got a lot of niggas running interference for Floyd, and that's my thing about the black community. They run interference. They try to make it seem like passport is the only way for men, and then you create Floyds, and then they get mad and try to run interference. Oh man, why are you talking about Floyd? You created Floyd. The whole passport bro movement created that man. You created this sexual predator who preyed on children. That's passport bros. You guys birthed him. You birthed Floyd, and you know you did. And now they're trying to make it seem like, oh, y'all don't want to see a black man just leave. I don't give a fuck what you do. You better be worried about the police and the FBI, because that's who's going to fall down on you. That's who you need to be worried about, not me. Worry about them police and FBI, because they're going to shut your ass down. Keep talking that passport bro shit and see if they don't send your ass to jail. I'm sick of these bitch niggas. A real nigga, hold it right here. Hold this line right here in America. Don't give me shit. I'll make what I need to make. That's how a real nigga do. A bitch nigga whine and complain and I gotta go to another country because the women don't like me here. You's a bitch.
Nigga, Platt, you using profanity today, nigga?
Today.
Oh, okay.
I am.
You usually be on my ass.
Well, you can't. I am. I got to deal with them people. You don't. No, I'm just telling the truth because I'm sort of pissed off at niggas. I know how they move, man. The hypocrisy of niggas up here trying to cap for Floyd. I saw some nigga trying to make a big deal about Austin. These niggas don't care about black people. They were just Austin, Harlem. Are you joking? Are you joking, right? Where's black men, man? We trying to get some some salvation and some calmness. Austin Hollerman?
I don't even know who that is.
Hey, don't worry about it. Floyd Wallace? Are you joking? And they created Floyd. You can go overseas. Go overseas and you'll see the. You ain't gonna see ain't shit over there, but ratchet pussy. Nobody want them hoes. Ain't nothing over there. Ain't no real nigga going over there. And
But
just
different cultures have different.
hold up. And just because
I
you're
think that's what people
and
want is.
just because you're a misfit, a social misfit, and a fucking weirdo, and need to spend your life in prison because you're a weirdo Negro, that don't make you a nerd, and that don't make you a nice guy. You are a fucking weirdo nigger that needs to spend the rest of his life in prison. In prison.
Man.
That's what I think about these passport bros. These niggas ain't no real niggas.
This nigga Platt going off, nigga.
With the hard R.
Ain't no real
Hey, Platt.
Them ain't no real niggas, bro.
What's your beef? What's your beef?
I'm the only nigga that's really been saying it.
No, but Platt, what's your beef with Passport, bro? They just going to. I mean, if they not doing no weirdo shit,
they just weak ass men, bro. They weak examples of what a man should be.
but I wouldn't say that because they're obviously successful financially. I mean, they can go travel and do what they want to do.
Nigga got a fucking post office check. These niggas ain't got no money. Dusty ass broke nigga with a fucking mailman's retirement check. These niggas ain't got no money. I get tired. You niggas come over here playing, bro.
What's wrong with that though? What's wrong with working at the post office?
These niggas ain't got no money.
You sound a little bit like a hater though.
You know what? I see what you about. They said you over here to interrupt the stream. Look, these niggas ain't got no money. Nigga done retired from the post office. Get your broke ass. If I was Brazil, I'd kick your ass out. Get your broke ass out of here. Oh, crumb snatching ass bitch nigga. Coming over here big and old Thailand ass crumb snatching that nigga paying for a bitch in Thailand, trying to tell these young boys they need to do it. Fuck these niggas, bruh. Y'all niggas need to wake up. That's what these niggas presenting to you, bruh.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with tricks, man. They pay the bills, you know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at the tricking, man.
Dudes, bro. I understand the game, but I don't even watch them dudes. It don't interest me.
Black is angry. I ain't heard you cuss like this, nigga, in a while.
No, because I'm the only nigga that's really been talking about it. And niggas been mad at me from day one. You know why they was mad? Because I was like, yo, bro, I ain't with all that trick shit. I ain't with all that simp shit. Y'all niggas act like every nigga is catching hell. We really fuck with bitches fuck with us back though. Back though. Y'all leave that part out. Go overseas for what, nigga? Because you can't
because they can, I guess.
Because you can't handle it, I can handle it.
Well, there's also dudes that for the most part, if you spent money on a chick and you wasn't in a relationship with her, technically you tricking, bro. That's where we at with the culture, bro.
That's just regular shit though for a lot of these women nowadays. You know, so much thirsty ass niggas. That's what they're expecting, or they just gotta. What the homie says, he call it a trick ray vision. they, I think somebody even said it on here earlier that they don't see quality or value in men. They try to only see like what they can benefit. You know what I'm saying? So even a guy that they might be interested in, they gonna play him like that at first because there's so many niggas that be doing that, unless they really rock with him. And that's the thing about females. Dudes be saying this and saying that, but if a woman like you, you could be broke, you could be rich, whatever, and you know, if they rock with you, they rock with you.
And I'm not. There you go. Thank you, tough guy. You hear that? I'm the only nigga on YouTube, and we can go back to the days of Kevin Samuels. I'm the only nigga who stood up in the midst of that shit. We had some disagreements, And I was trying to tell him every black man ain't no sucker and ain't no simp. And they didn't like that. They got pissed at me. They wanted me to buy into every black man is like them. I said, bro, I ain't like y'all. I'm a real
Mhm.
nigga out here, bro. Bitches fuck with me on some real shit. Hold up. Let me grab my thing. That's when I had to tell these niggas the truth. And niggas still in their feelings behind this shit.
Now, look, I want to speak on this about little young player. I see little young player Ramil up in here. I ain't got no problem with the pump and dump thing. I see where he coming, and I feel him. He in Atlanta. Them hoes is going. You niggas be leaving that shit out. Them hoes is going out there. Them hoes is fucking all over the place. And niggas is getting at them. And niggas is getting at them. And you niggas start fucking me up with that weak shit, telling niggas not to fuck on the bitch. Nigga, I'm gonna fuck this bitch. That's what I'm gonna do, nigga. I'm getting tired of you trying to check my motherfucking game, nigga. I'm in this shit. I'm gonna knock on this bitch, nigga. Fuck you. And I'm getting tired of you, nigga. You can't take it. I'm in this shit to win this shit. And I'm sick of you weak ass, over the hill, dusty ass niggas. You wanna go smoke cigars with some old white boy in the exclusive Moose Club, nigga? Fuck you. I'm out here with these bitches, nigga. I'ma hold it on. I'ma get it in. I'ma get it in. And you niggas gotta be out there. It's about having your motherfucking game. It's about being a motherfucking player out here. It's about being a real nigga. You niggas don't understand what it is to be a real motherfucking nigga. You don't know how to talk it up. You don't know how to get it in. You niggas weak in this shit. I'm sick of you niggas. Them hoes over there fucking with Kevin. Them bitches looking to get married. Them some married-minded bitches. I ain't trying to fuck on no hoe like that. Go over there and fuck with Kevin. Let me fuck with the rest. I'ma do my best, nigga. Fuck y'all, nigga.
Nigga, that sound like an album, like it's about to be a dope ass
No,
album starting.
no,
Yeah,
no, and
that shit sounded kind of hard, nigga.
and I was one of the only niggas really saying that, and I was like, y'all go fuck with Kevin. I wasn't trying to
That
tell
sounded like a hard ass pimp song was about to come on, like Primo Rice or Jay Worthy or
if we gonna
that
go
shit.
there, if we gonna go down there, give me some Larry June. Put some Larry June
Yeah,
on.
Larry June. Yeah, there you go.
But no, I was like, why y'all trying to put us all in the same box? And niggas got mad. I was like, all of us ain't going through what you going through. All of us ain't the same. Y'all wanna go fuck with Kevin, go fuck with Kevin. And I'll take care of everything else. And that's what I'm saying. And niggas got in their feelings because a lot
Yeah,
of these,
Kevin was on that trick and shit. Kevin was making it seem like if you ain't have money, you wasn't really getting no bitches like that. And then he would talk shit on niggas that really ain't have money, but those are the same niggas that's knocking down all the bitches. So,
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
because the niggas that's fucking all the bitches don't got no money a lot of the times. I
Well,
would
not
say
like
most
that.
of the time.
Yeah, not like that.
No, I'm talking about sex. I'm talking about like
No, no,
having
no,
niggas
no, no. I
stuck
got
on them is
well.
the
I don't on one in no kind of way am I trying to justify being a broke nigga though. That's what I'm saying. Not like that though. No, you're right. A lot of
But women do that shit because they feel like they can change or save or help. That's in their nature, but they just be doing it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they do it the right way. It's working. That's why most of them move the way they move. You just gotta respect the game and move around, bro. Like y'all said, either she rocking with you, she rocking with you. You can
Yeah,
call that anytime. I had a chick. I ain't spoke to in maybe 2 years. I spoke, but I've been knowing her since I was in high school. She waiting for me to get back to the highs. I know her brother. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if she rock with you, she gonna rock with you, bro. And she'll rock
yeah,
with you for years when you have it and when you don't have it, bro.
true, very true.
and
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 it
and,
don't
that-
really
and,
matter how she looks. She could be fine as hell. She could be,
yeah,
you know, if
and
she
I
fuck with you,
and I ain't got to go to
that's the
Timbuktu.
person.
I don't have to go to Timbuktu. You know what I'm saying to get a woman to sleep with me or
But
give
nigga,
me.
you do live in Timbuktu. Let's be honest.
Well, no, I don't live in I don't have to go to Timbuktu. And that's what I'm saying. And they tell these young boys starting their
Where
life
do
out.
you live at, Platt?
Hold up. They tell these young boys starting their life out, they need to be simps and losers like they are. They married to a two they in a foreign country married to a fucking two. You got your fucking mind, nigga. I wish I would be like you. I got game, nigga. I wish I would marry trash. You married to foreign trash.
So what about those qualities, those measurable qualities you was enunciating earlier today, Platt?
What about them? They don't. The women don't have that either.
That's what I was gonna say, Platt. In those other countries, those women are taught differently. They come up differently, and a lot of men don't see that in the American women. If we're gonna be honest,
Whether
if
you
you
don't say,
go to different countries,
uh,
wait a
uh,
minute, let me finish. Let me finish. Damn, Platt,
uh,
you always interrupting me, dog. Just let me. I was almost done. A lot of those cultures, those women are very serving and nurturing, bro. And a lot of men don't see that here. That's all I was just gonna say. Go
well,
ahead.
a lot of those men don't get that from those foreign women because they're American men. Remember, they're foreigners. They're foreigners.
But but what I'm saying is they naturally are like that.
No, they're not.
So
They're not
yes,
gonna
that's
give.
their culture.
No, that's their culture to give it to their own men.
No, that's just how they are in
No,
general,
they're
bro.
not. If you
Why are
are,
you yelling at me, nigga?
if
I'm right
you are,
here.
if you
I hear.
are,
I mean,
if,
you're in my earbud, nigga. You ain't got to yell.
if you are a foreign man and you marry a foreign woman, be it a Thailand woman or a Dominican woman or Colombian woman, Brazilian woman, if you are a foreign man, they're gonna piss on you as a man. They don't give a
I
fuck
don't
about.
agree with that. I don't agree with that,
You know
man.
what?
I'm
You just
sorry.
want to interrupt. I see that right now, and we could take care of it. This nigga just up here interrupting. If you are a Dominican man or for, they're gonna piss on you, nigga, piss on you, and then take your money. They ain't them people ain't stupid, man. They know you a simp. They know you desperate for a woman, and they gonna bleed your ass. And you know what? This is where I am torn. Because the people say, Platt, why you right? Platt, why you right? I don't give a fuck. So enjoy yourself. Because you right. Because they would say, why do you care? You right. Why should I care? Now here we go. Go ahead.
Why are you doing that to me, man?
Go
Why
ahead.
you
No,
just because I disagree with you, you know
the
what I mean? You
floor is
put me in
yours.
a bag
The
and you
floor is
think that
yours.
I'm trying to interrupt your show just because we're at odds or just because we don't think the same. Like
The
I don't
floor is
agree. I
the
don't
floor.
agree with a couple of things you're saying and doing right now, Flat.
Go ahead, brother. The floor is yours. Uninterrupted.
Well, I'm just saying, man, you know, everybody has a right to their opinion and how they live. You may not agree with it or it may frustrate you, excuse me. No. But I think it's really imperative to understand, man, people are gonna do what they do. And a lot of the men go across seas because they are experiencing different types of energy from women that they do not experience here. It doesn't matter where you go in the world, all women know about money and want a man to take care of them. And but all I'm saying is in different cultures, women actually respect the men. The thing is, here in America, it's different. A lot of women feel like they're superior to men or they're equal as men and they want to be equal, and it's dykes, and I mean, it's just a lot of different shit going on here. And a lot of that shit don't go on over there. It just don't. That's not their culture. That's not how they live. That's not how they treat men. They treat men better, no matter if they're foreign or not. You know, they could be trying to scheme on a man and all that, you know, but that happens everywhere. So I'm not taking that from, you know, you know, women with malice, who intend on, getting a nigga. I mean, that's everywhere in different ways too. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's all I'm saying, bro. You know, we just have a different opinion on that. I don't agree that all the dudes who go over there is just on that. Now there may be some, of course. That makes a lot of sense. They can't get a woman here. And again, that's why I'm saying they go over there for the cultures. They see how different people are interacting with each other and seeing how the men, when they approach a woman or they're talking to a woman, she's talking about sir and having straight respect for him. They look at him different. You know, it's just different. Just my opinion, bro.
What's up with you, Philadelphia? You all right, bro?
Ain't nobody there.
Man, he's muted up. I don't know what's going on with the brother.
Yeah,
What's going on? Go ahead.
but yeah, people will do what people will do, flat. You know. But
I
I
mean,
feel you, man. I mean, what I'm saying is, I guess to you is, I guess I'm asking is what bothers you about them doing that?
because
I mean,
real,
'cause you
a
know,
real, because I'm a man, and a man you gotta step into being a man. If
I
you
agree,
a man got to be
but
a
not
man.
everybody's equipped to do that.
They
You
don't
know what I'm
want to.
saying?
No, no, they
This
don't
is
want.
why in some relationships you see that there are men that act real feminine and they got like a manly ass woman that tells them everything to do, and you know she makes the schedule and she's
A-
basically wearing the pants.
As a man, you should reject femininity. You got a lot of dudes they feminine, and they
I
push
agree.
niggas. Hold up, they push niggas on YouTube, feminine niggas to be leaders. These niggas ain't no leaders, man. How you my leader, nigga? You ain't no leader to me, nigga. How the fuck you my leader? I got
At the
more money
time,
than you. Bitches fuck with me on some real shit. How you my leader? You's a
the
bitch,
time,
nigga. You was a
A
bitch.
lot of people nowadays go off of money, so you know it'd
You's
be lame for
you's a
money, and
bitch.
people be listening to
You's a
people be
bitch.
listening.
You's a bitch, nigga on YouTube. How the fuck you my leader? You don't lead no black men. These niggas ain't no leaders, man. How the fuck you my
Well,
leader? You's a
some
bitch,
of
nigga.
them kind of are because these men out here don't got no damn daddy, man. They be going to YouTube for answers. This is why. How you think these lame ass niggas fresh and fit make a living?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yep, fresh
So
and
I mean,
fit.
I hear you, but like
Fresh and fit
yeah,
is these niggas' daddies.
they
Fresh
are
and fit.
leaders. They
and it's
lame.
more of them. It's more of them than it is of cats talking what it is. And they don't have to accept that based on the time we in. They can sit at home, play video games, and get money.
Well, see,
And
that's what
based
I'm
on,
saying. Well, then, based on that, they want to be men, then, Tabor.
They ain't never had like
I mean,
father figures or men around them like
that's
that.
neither here or
You know.
there. And that's because the women can come around them as a gamer, right? Just put it in perspective.
Do
As a
do the
gamer,
men want to be? Do the men want to be men?
man, I mean, that ain't
That's a
answering your
yes or no
question, bro.
question, Tabor.
That ain't for me to
That's
answer.
a yes or no question.
Man, I would say yeah, bro. They're a man
Okay.
regardless of
No,
what
they
you
don't.
see.
No, they don't want to be men if all they want to do is play video games.
Man, boys getting money on that, man. On top of that, there's certain females that will go around these gamers and build their Twitch screens and go get them some money. It makes sense,
So they don't want to be men.
man. They can be charged as a man.
They don't want to be men. They don't want to be men. So what? So that's what I'm saying. They don't want to be men. You're talking about a group of men, and I can see how the white supremacists can look at these niggas with disgust. They don't want to be men. They want to be something other than men. They want to be given something, handed something. They don't want to have to live the life of a man. And that's really what this coming down. That's really what this stuff is about. They don't want to be judged and handed the life of a man. You got to go out here and produce results. We need you to do A, B, C, and D. They don't want to do that. They want somebody to give them something. The hell? Somebody's opening up. They want somebody to give them something. And that ain't how life works. Life is not about somebody giving you something. It's about what you earn. You know, you got to go out here and earn it. You want that bad bitch? Go earn it. You want that good job? Go earn it. You want that type of lifestyle? Earn it. Don't come on YouTube and whine and say you ain't got it.
There's a lot of people that ain't earned shit too, though. Let's be honest, Flat. They just live the life, man. Some people are just blessed that way. You know, they come into it and they got money or they got opportunity. You know, so yes, most people have to earn it, but there are individuals that don't gotta earn shit.
What kind of man do you want to be? Ultimately, that's the situation that we fall back in. What kind of man do you want to be? Like the stream, man. Support the platform. We appreciate the pull up. We got to end this. It's a Friday. It's a boring day. You heard what we had to say. You ultimately decide life is not fair. When you was born, it wasn't fair. What was foreign about being? I want somebody to tell me what was fair. You tell me what was fair about you being born. You didn't ask, nobody asked you. Nobody said, hey, do you want to be born? You had eternal peace, eternal, whatever you want to call it. And then you were born. And now you in a situation now where you a simp bitch nigga that's got to run overseas to find a woman. Was that fair? Was that fair? How was that fair? That wasn't fair. Life's not fair. Now, what you gonna do with it? You got the life. What you gonna do with it? You gonna do something? You gonna make it better or what? The entitlement trap. You gonna fall for that? You gonna fall for that? Like the stream, man.